right, here we go. All right, so the magical, mystical voice without a face on camera is Juice. I am the DM. The reason you can't see me is because you see my beautiful battle mat over here. We're going to try and use for miniatures. We're trying this instead of Roll20 because my computer can't handle it. But maybe, if you become a patron today and just give us that $1, and if enough of you do it, maybe one day we'll be able to do that. No, I'm just kidding.
That was a nice plug, Juice.
So anyways, no, speaking of which, so this is our very first session of Tyranny of Dragons, thanks to our friend Bill here, who's wearing the Dungeons & Dragons BX shirt.
BXers unite, people.
Yeah, he bought the special edition book for me and said, you have to run it now. And so here we are. I'm running it. We're going to do a short session 0 before we get into it. But before we do that, let's let everyone, introduce themselves and just talk about their character, and then we'll get into the session 0 stuff. Let's start with you, Peter.
All right, I'm Peter, BN Drake on YouTube, and I'm playing a Water Genasi Pike Yellowfin Barbarian.
Oh, how do I not have yours down then? Oh, did you not put it into the Beyond?
It's in there.
We're missing
the
Martin.
Beyonds.
We're missing Martin. It's not assigned to my my Beyond though. It's on yours, but not assigned to the campaign. We'll work that out next time. Anyways, I will get a miniature out for that and everything. So Water Genasi Barbarian.
Yep.
And Martin didn't show up tonight for some reason. I don't know why. Okay. Anyways, yeah. What else can you tell us about your character? He's a barbarian, Water Genasi.
Yeah, he is here to take care of any. There's obviously a growing menace he's heard from his village, and his village has sent him out here to find what that growing menace is and take care of it.
Well, you just wowed Juice with that. He basically just dropped from the stream. It was so amazing.
Yeah, it was.
He was just like, maybe if I don't say anything, like working or something.
You can go next, Paula.
Oh, okay. Cool. I am Paula. I am playing a Ghostwise halfling druid. I don't remember what kind of druid.
It doesn't say on your sheet.
It probably does.
Circle of the Shepherd sound familiar?
Perhaps.
That's what it says on my page.
Cool. That could be cool. Yeah, I don't know. She's very interested in new people, new places, new things and ideas. And definitely not from around here.
Okay. Next up is Chance jumped out. So let's make it Bill. Let's go in order.
No. I'm still here.
No, Chance is here. Yeah.
I know his camera switched though, so we're gonna go with Bill first.
Okay. So, hi everyone. I am Bill from Roll Stats. You should roll stats always. Don't do the point buy. It's stupid.
3d6 down the line, right?
3d6 down the line. That's right. Randomness. It's the best. I will be playing Solomon Romanovich. He is sorcerer, magical, wild magic. I am tattoo artist, degenerate drinker, gambler, and general man about town. You like. Again, I think I either wowed or disgusted Juice. He disappeared.
He's so quiet over there. I don't know what he's doing.
Sorry, I was grabbing the eraser. I was like,
Did you want me to go look? Do you want me to flash my character out further? I can.
No.
I can read
as soon
through
as you're
my
done,
three-page. I can read through my 3-page backstory if you'd like.
No, you're good. I had to get markers. I had to get an eraser.
Rules light versus rule heavy. Go.
Yes.
Look.
There's the whole session right there.
At some point tonight. Okay.
Sorry. I realized real quick, like I was not ready. No, we're good. Where is Martin? I'm asking him right now.
And I could do an introduction if you'd like.
Yeah, Chance, introduce your character.
Okay, sweet. My name's Chance. I run Chance's Spellbook and Chance's Guide to Pathfinder and a couple other YouTube channels. Today I'm going to be playing Crank. He's a celestial warlock and used to be human, and on his deathbed made a last-ditch effort to make a deal just to extend his life further so he could complete his research. But in doing so, led to a whole host of growing pains, accustomed with a new body, new patron, all that kind of cool stuff.
Awesome. And our fifth player is about to show up any second now. He just told us he didn't see the link, so he will be here. So with that, obviously we're playing Tyranny of Dragons. 5 players, level 3. I've run this module before, at least the first parts, and it was extremely difficult for a first level party, so that's why we decided to go level 3. Roll stats, though, is going to see if he can TPK everybody in session 1 with
I think
Fireball.
I can do it. I think I can do it. Yeah.
You think you can, huh?
Yeah.
We believe in you. We believe in you.
So our fifth member is now here, creative guys on the Discord. Do you want to introduce yourself and your character?
Hello. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you.
Yes.
I'm throwing you
Alrighty.
into it.
I am a part-time art teacher, freelance illustrator. I sometimes
cool.
stream on Twitch when I have the chance, and an avid D&D player for the past 5 years.
Oh, cool.
I will be playing as Rod Bladrick, who is a half-orc monk from Cormanther. I forget the name off the top of my head.
I think you said that. I don't remember.
And he was sent out by his master to go and learn about different forms of ways of the blade, as it were.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
so he is coming to Faerun to try and meet other warriors and improve his own skills.
Awesome. So we're going to do a quick little session 0, like I had mentioned before. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to start off. So again, we're level 3. I did let every player choose a magic item. If it's a single use, I don't care what level it is. So they might have a wand or some kind of potion of like storm giant strength or something. I don't know what they've got. Don't really care. I'm all right with it. If they wanted something that was permanent, it had to be considered common. So, which basically makes like the Xanathar's Guide to Everything Magic Items available. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, though, I'm looking forward to having a good time. As I was telling some of these folks before the session, we are going to basically just follow the player's lead. This is a module that tends to be very linear. It kind of expects you to go point A to B to C, all the way throughout until you finally beat the whole thing. If the players decide to go into a town and start, investigating other stuff and doing other stuff, we're just going to go with it. So if you're expecting this to be how the module is written verbatim, it won't be. I might even just take some stuff out and put my own things in that I just don't like. So, it'll be a good time. I think everyone here has seen me run games before. Have all of you watched a game that I've run before or anything like that?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yep.
Okay. So obviously I try to run a little more PG-13. I do sometimes tend to describe things with a little bit more gore than other stuff. If there's romance, I typically fade straight to black. I'm not interested in role-playing romance with any of you, including my wife. So that all is kind of a fade
Sure
to
how
black.
I should feel about that. If you're like, I don't want to share that with everybody, or you're like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, whatever. But no, I just, I understand some people want to get into like their character and stuff like that. I fully welcome that. I just think, if you're flirting with the barmaid, you can kind of take that off screen kind of thing. Or
I don't think we have any bards, Juice. I don't think you have to worry about it.
Hey, I thought the half-orc monk might be very, very suave. Or the tiefling. I mean, the water Ganassi barbarian has muscles. Like, there's there's a lot here. The druid might find a hippie person, you know, whatever. So we're all good. But anyways, so it's just gonna be fun. This is our beer and pretzels D&D basically. So I'm not worried too much about the audience. It's all about having a good time. So, and hopefully the audience will see that. And if not, I'm sorry. But this is about us having a good time. Is there anything that people are uncomfortable with in a game that maybe we need to worry about avoiding, or does that all sound good to you?
Should be fine on my end. I don't know. I don't really have anything.
All right.
I would just say avoid too much detail on the gore of the death of children on my part.
Okay. Yeah, not a problem.
Yeah, definitely. Also, if at all possible, preferably not a whole lot of PvP or inter-party conflict, I guess. I know that's not really a DM decision, but
Sure.
still, if I had to
Makes
draw
sense.
a line anywhere, it'd probably be there.
Okay.
So
I
I
get
think
that.
the only issue that I have is I really don't want anyone to be equipped with a fanny pack. So if you can just keep the fanny packs to a minimum in this game, I would personally appreciate it.
You
and I'm
do
sure your audience
know
will as well.
that,
So
that on the Sword Coast, the fanny pack is a fashionable statement. Like everybody who is somebody has a fanny pack.
That's why Sal is not from the Sword Coast. So yeah. There
So you
have
are
it.
the only one without. In fact, the barbarian only wears a fanny pack.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to repick my common magical item now.
Oh no! Did you pick the fanny pack of holding chance, guys? Man,
No, it's the fanny pack of preserving. Actually, I had to reskin it a little bit, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work.
Nice.
The fantastic fanny pack of juice.
Yes, and it has an endless supply of juice in it, and it can, with just a command word, it has alcohol in it.
So Tropicana, like I'm telling you, there's like sponsor him because he's got the fanny pack of juice. So yeah.
I love it. Awesome. So we are gonna roll for how each character knows each other, which I have left that across the room. So let me take 5 steps away. If somebody else wants to talk, you are more than welcome to. I'll be right back.
Paula, that's you. You know, you're the co-host. You're supposed to pick up the slack when Juice isn't around. So yeah. You know what you should do? Shh, don't tell anyone, right? Like before Juice gets back, just tell us some gossip about Juice. Just tell us like the most embarrassing that he's ever done. Like
Most embarrassing.
Oh, you're back, Juice. Oh, sorry.
Most embarrassing thing I've ever done.
I don't know. I don't know what
Paula,
you're
what
talking
is the
about.
most
No.
embarrassing thing?
Okay, so I don't know if he really has a good one, because if he ever feels embarrassed about something, he just ends up telling everybody about it, so that it never bothers him anymore. Like
100%.
he'll just like throw everything out there, and you're just like, man, I don't know if you should have told them that. And he's like, well, you know, it just happens.
Like all the times I've just randomly fallen downstairs, like just for no reason. Yeah, I've fallen through stairs when I was smaller.
I've
Every
never
step and it fell right
met
through.
somebody who has had as many problems with stairs as he has.
So it's
Like-
it's not Juice's fault. He's playing a flawed character. It's not his fault he has a 6 dex, right? Like I mean, it's fine. It's
Actually,
okay.
yeah, my dex would be my weak point for sure.
He makes up for it in charisma. It's fine. It's all fine. It's a well-rounded character.
I make up for it in Constitution.
Exactly. Yes, because right, you don't die when you fall.
Right. I just
So yeah,
complain
right.
about busting my toe. You know. All right. He faded out. Is he still here?
Well, I told him to wait 5 minutes, and after we were dead, he'd come in and help us.
Oh, he's still over there. Okay.
That is a plan for sure. It's
Chance is in here
definitely a
twice.
plan.
I know.
Correct.
He's up on my screen like a couple times. I was just
Right,
like,
he is in here
you
twice.
What if I
know,
remove that? What happens then? Is he still here?
Oh. yeah.
You just
All right.
bumped me out, you old goofball. Yeah.
Well, were you using that one too?
Yeah, I'm like looking at my
Sorry.
screen.
Sorry.
But
I was
I'm
like, this is
on my
bothering me.
computer. Thanks, Juice. Much love, buddy.
Bring it back
It's all-
in. My bad.
It's
We
it's
can
all
tell-
good.
we can tell-
I'm literally.
we can tell what kind of DM Juice is going to be. He's just going to off you, like no saving throw, nothing. You're done. That's it. Yep.
So where did our fifth
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
He said his internet just died. He's gonna be back in just a second.
Oh, okay. There
we go.
Oh, please.
And now we have to wait for chance number 2 now.
Well, you might have to legitimately let me back in because it says since I was kicked.
Oh, it says I can't?
Wait. You were unable to rejoin because your host
I don't know
is
if
a
I
jerk.
can do that. I don't know how.
Ah, you Juice, you coward.
No, I really don't know if it'll let me. Let me see.
We're clearly
Security.
this.
Yeah, I removed a
Clearly
participant.
all professionals.
Yeah, rename themselves.
It's a very serious.
You can all share
serious thing.
screen if you want to. I'll let you do that. I don't know how to, man.
It's breaking my immersion.
It's breaking. Okay, I will figure out a way to make this work. It should honestly be fine.
Like, my bad. I was like, "There's two. This is a glitch. I'm getting rid of one, and I should have just waited."
It's
I'm
okay,
sorry.
Juice. I'll forgive you.
Our viewers are like, "Oh, this is some D&D right here."
Yeah,
All right.
Chance
this is not.
Chance was trying to cast mirror image, and you just blew it for him.
This is behind the scenes, okay?
That's such a good spell, though.
This is still
Oh, wait, we're live? What? Like,
Hey, at least we remembered to go live.
Yeah, it's better than like the other night. Which apparently it was a good thing we weren't live the whole time. So I'll tell you guys about that later. But
this is technically session 0, so we're good.
Yeah, we're good. So relationship with fellow adventurers. So let's go with BN Drake and how his character knows Paula's character. Do me a favor, roll percentiles and tell me what you got.
Oh, I gotta have dice.
Yep, percentile dice.
All right, here we go. 18.
18. So you guys were hunting companions. Barbarian and a druid? That makes sense.
Oh, that for sure makes sense.
All right, Paula, how does your character know Saul?
Who's Saul?
That's Bill.
I'm Saul. How can you forget?
You painted it.
Saul Romanovich. You painted me. Yes, right.
Oh, yeah.
You painted Saul.
Dude, 46. It's going to be great.
46. Ooh, that's a bad one. You guys are romantic competitors, current or former.
Oh
In other
my
words, you
goodness.
both liked the same person.
Nice.
So steamy.
Oh, nice. Okay.
All right. Bill,
I'm just
how
gonna
did
say right now, Paula, if you don't stay away from Tatiana Petrovna, I will kill you. Like, I'll kill you in your sleep. So it's part of my backstory. So yeah.
Tatiana?
Yeah. Exactly.
Tatiana. Okay. All right.
Petrovia or something?
We'll see what happens.
Petrovna.
Oh, okay. You're going to have to write up a backstory for me. I want to see it later. How does your character know Chance? Let's roll some percentiles, Bill.
All right, what do we got? 69.
Oh,
Nice.
you guys were servants or apprentices to the same master.
Okay. All right. Okay. That works.
That does work. We're both spellcasters to an extent, I guess.
Awesome. And then Chance, how does your character know Martin's character?
I got a 37.
37. You guys are former enemies, but you're not enemies now.
Oh.
And then
Oh.
Martin, how does your character know the Water Ganassi Barbarian? Roll some percentiles.
18.
All right. You guys were also hunting companions.
Nice.
See, so basically our barbarian loves to hunt. He will befriend anybody who wants to hunt with him. Is what it comes down to. He's very simple. Awesome.
I have to clarify that. That's fishing.
Oh.
That's true.
All right. So
Okay. Also, Drake, that is the greatest depiction of pike yellowfin that could ever possibly be. That I'm serious. That's amazing. So
The fact
yeah.
that's the only one.
all right, cool. So then the next step. So I do want to mention too for people that are watching, our sorcerer, who is a wild magic sorcerer, we have decided that when he rolls his highest level spell slots, that is when he's going to roll a d20 for wild magic. And, you know, obviously he'll roll on the table himself and flavor it however he wants. So it'll be awesome.
It'll be fun.
Now, We're going to roll for the backgrounds, or not the backgrounds, the bonds to the adventure. So if everyone could roll a d10, we will start with BN Drake. Let me know what you got.
And as my continual ones continue, it's another 1.
Perfect. So Leosin Erlanthar, a wandering monk, once saved your life. He's sent urgent word for you to meet him in a small town called Greenest. Looks like it's time to pay off that debt. All right, Paula.
I'm sorry, what am I doing?
Rolling a d10.
Okay, sorry. And small child distractions.
Which one?
2.
2? Who was the small child, by the way?
Oh, it was Lily.
Oh, okay. That's not really a small child. That's like...
I mean, like, well, she was sad that she doesn't get to spend as much time with the baby at night anymore. Crying about it. She's a very emotional child.
Gotcha. All right, number 2.
Okay.
When an orc raid drove your family from your home, the people of Greenest took you in. Anyone who threatens Greenest is your sworn enemy. All right, Bill, give me that D10 roll.
That is a 6.
Being the grandchild of a renowned dragon slayer is usually a good way to impress people. But just last week, a gang of ruffians attacked you. You barely escaped with your life, but as you fled, the ruffians told you that the cult of the dragon never forgets and always avenges. You're hoping to lie low in a sleepy little town called Greenest until this blows over.
Yeah, that sounds like something Saul would do. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
as long as there's a bar there. So
there you go.
Yeah, that's true.
Chance?
I got a 7 on that roll.
On his deathbed, your father confessed that he had become involved with a group called the Cult of the Dragon. They paid him to smuggle goods across the Sword Coast. Racked by guilt, he begged you to investigate the cult and undo the evil he may have helped foster. He urged you to begin your search in a town called Greenest.
Gotcha. If it's okay, I'm just going to reflavor that slightly to where it's in a letter, because my age doesn't really... Yeah.
Sure.
Sweet.
I'm cool with that. And then Martin.
I got a 4.
Anthar Froome, a crusading warrior and champion of good, is your friend and mentor. He has asked you to travel to Greenest in search of rumors of increasing dragon activity.
Interesting.
Awesome. All right. Does anybody have any questions or anything else you want to address before we get into the game?
What was that guy's name again?
Yours was Leosin, so Leosin, Erlanthar, Erlanthar. And he's a wandering monk.
How do you spell the guy who gave me the mission about investigating the dragons?
Anthar Froome is Ontharr. Froome is Frume. Cool. All right. So we're good? Everyone's ready?
So ready.
100%.
You ready? Let's get ready to rumble. No. All right. All right. For the past several days, you have been traveling a road that winds lazily across the rolling grasslands of the green fields. Sundown is approaching when you top a rise and see the town of Greenest just a few short miles away. But instead of the pleasant, welcoming town you expected, you see columns of black smoke rising from burning buildings, running figures that are a little more than dots at this distance, and a dark winged shape wheeling low over the keep that rises above the center of the town. Greenest is being attacked by a dragon. So, what would you guys like to do?
So
You're still a couple miles out, by the way.
Okay, never mind. I'm not.
Go ahead, go. No,
Nope,
just,
I'm not.
you got to do it, man. By the way, here's a map of the town.
Uncensored. This is uncensored D&D. You gotta tell us what to say.
No, I'm gonna be nice and I'm gonna follow the hook. But I'm just saying, if we were first level characters, if you ever starting Tyranny of Dragons as first level character, the first thing you do is run away, right?
Like,
but
oh, we're glad we're 2 miles away. Like, it seems like an opportune place.
Yeah.
But we should help, right? Like, right?
Do you want to?
Yeah.
I mean, we could skip to chapter 2.
Everyone in Greenest is now dead.
Probably.
I will look up to the sky and mutter under my breath, Irith, really kind of okay. I'll go, and then I'll start walking forward.
Awesome. All right, and then what is your guys' marching order? How are you guys doing that? You going side by side? Somebody in particular going to lead?
Do you want us to describe how our characters look really quick?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if we
give us everything you got.
Sure. Do you want to do this in any particular order?
It doesn't matter to me.
All right, I will go first in that case.
That's this.
So, yeah. So Crank is a hooded figure for the most part. Stands about 6 feet tall. Doesn't make any sounds or appear outside of the ordinary. Outside of the fact that he looks to have a hunch on his back. In reality, the hunch is actually his tressum, named Artemis, which is just a winged cat, but she crawls up on his shoulders and just kind of blends in like that. Outside of that, the cloak he wears is adorned with many different gear-shaped patterns on it, although you kind of have to look at the right angle to really see them. He's a warforged, his eyes glow kind of yellow when he's really interested and when Artemis is perceiving through his senses to record the world. That's kind of beside the point. And that's about it. It's pretty cool.
I've added a cat.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Juice.
Anybody else have a familiar? Not yet? Okay, perfect.
I am the familiar.
All right.
Does my flask count as a familiar or
Butterfly?
I don't know. Do you talk to it? I mean, you can count it as a familiar if you want
It
to.
depends on how much I drink from it. So yeah.
All right. All right. So who's in the front? Who wants to? Does anyone else want to introduce what their character looks like?
I think Roz would be trying to move to the front of everything because he loves to fight, and he's also a bit faster than everyone. He wouldn't be wearing too much in the ways of fancy clothes. He'd have just like a normal sort of traveling attire, with softer leather boots than normal, due to the fact that he constantly walks and he's just worn the leather of the soles down so much.
Mm-hmm.
He carries 2 swords on him, a long sword that's a Moontouch one that has a sheath that's got sort of a motif very similar to the runes of giants, and he's got a very simple short sword that looks like someone just bought at a shop or donated, and he looks like he might have pulled it out of the trash from the looks of it.
Oh, cool.
We'd actually be looking ahead to see what the townsfolk themselves are doing as he moves down the road towards the town.
Okay. From where you guys are at right now, you can't make out what's happening in the town other than it looks like a lot of chaos. You can't make out who's good or bad, or you know what I mean, like who's townfolk or not. But you see people like scrambling out of buildings across the town, just from the exterior of where you're at. All right. BN Drake, you want to go next?
Yeah, so Pike is obviously green. He's got like white glowing eyes. He's Water Genasi. Always looks like he's sweating. So
he's like me running games out here now.
Yeah, he has a
perspiring. That's part of his character traits.
He's got like wild blue hair that has blonde roots, and he's wearing a bandana that's got some kind of symbol on it.
Oh, cool.
He's got a bonefish sword with a turtle shell for a shield. His backpack is the turtle's bladder with the pouches that are other little bladders from assorted fish. His crowbar looks like a crowbar, but it's actually like part of a whale rib. And he wears a seaweed grass skirt and sandals. And he sees the smoke and sees this big lizard flying around and figures that that's probably Leo may be in the town, and he's heard of some sort of growing menace, and he really doesn't want to be out wandering, adventuring. He'd rather be the folk hero back in his hometown. So he needs to go ahead and take care of this so he can get back, and he starts to pick up the pace.
Awesome. It was basically you two are going to be out front. All right. Next, let's go with Saul. What do you look like?
So, Saul is always well dressed, with the greatest of finery, and impeccably groomed. Right, like he has sort of shoulder length hair that he lets fly free. His windswept horns sort of accentuate; they go along with his hair. He's red skinned, but not super dark. He's lighter skin. Tattoos literally from neck to ankle, just completely. His skin is completely tattooed. He's very tall, quite tall, but rail thin, right? Like to the point of almost being frail. But luckily, he was blessed with the classic angular features that most would consider quite handsome. So Saul uses that to good effect quite often. Saul reaches into his pocket, his inside breast pocket, and pulls out a deck of cards and slowly starts shuffling them and flips one over, looks at the card and says, "God damn it." Puts the deck back into his pocket, runs up next to Chance, so sort of in marching order, and says, "Send Cat, perhaps. Send Cat to scout."
Oh, I love it. So, Bill, why are you just playing yourself? Like, come on, incredibly handsome? Like, that is not fair. Not all of us are gifted with that.
Oh, yeah. Like, rail thin to the point of being frail. Man, I just described the hell out of myself.
That sounds like you, man.
Yeah, right.
I'm convinced.
Long flowing hair with horns, yeah.
Exactly, so, yeah.
Okay, minus the horns. I mean, the flowing hair for sure.
Actually, the horns are probably the only thing that is true. You've never played in a game with me, so yeah.
So before we move on, I do want to say, so you actually had your character commissioned. So you had some art that you shared with us that I'm going to pull up on the screen just because I think that's cool. Nice. Who was the artist again?
So it is Tactician Kate, at Tactician Kate on Twitter. And yeah, she's amazing. If you want character artwork, you should go check her out.
That is the art. So that is pretty cool. I'm impressed.
That's hot.
It is, right? All right, cool. All right. And then last but not least, I believe is Paula, right? You're the only one that has not described your character.
So Safira is darker complected. She has a really long, kind of blackish brown sort of colored hair, really untamed. She has some kind of like handmade crown that she's wearing on top of her head, and like almost flowers kind of peeking out behind her ears in different places. So she's kind of walking along casually until she sees that she's walking with the aid of a quarterstaff. On top of her quarterstaff floats an egg, a blue stone, and a gray feather. So when she sees her party members kind of running forward, she too tries to run towards the smoke. However, being a little bit maybe shorter than everybody else, she might have a little bit of a hard time keeping up.
Okay. Is she going to try and stay towards the back with the spellcaster? Is she going to try and get up there with the martial guys? What do you think? What's her goal?
Let's just middle.
Middle? Sounds good.
Yeah. Like, you can't go wrong in the middle, right?
Yeah, I'm going to have that song stuck in my head that our kids love so much, though. Meet me in the middle. Anyways, so I'm not a good singer. So everybody roll initiative. The sun has set by the time the characters reach the edge of town. Burning buildings and a half moon provide dim light throughout the town. The inside of the keep is brightly illuminated at the center. There's fires. The cultists have tried setting buildings ablaze as they move through town, but thatch isn't as flammable as it looks. When characters arrive, most of the flames come from haystacks and barns, not from homes or shops.
So at this point in time, just to specify, Dragon hasn't really seen us yet, and we're still kind of on the outskirts of town, I imagine.
Yeah, so you guys are still not at the town's edge yet.
Okay, but we still rolled for initiative. Gotcha.
Yep, just so I got all that under control. So let's start at the top. Pike, what was your initiative score?
9.
Okay. What was Saul's score?
18.
18.
There we go.
All right, what about Crank?
I got a 6.
Okay, and then Roz?
A 9 as well.
Okay. And then Safira?
A 19.
19. Okay, of Roz and Pike, what are your dex scores?
+4.
+0.
All right, so Roz will go first before Pike. And then I got a 7, so we're just, basically the duration of tonight, that's going to be my initiative. We're just going to run with this just to keep it going, okay? And that's because basically it's just a continuation throughout all of this stuff anyway. So you guys now get up towards the edge of town. Without warning, 5 humans dash out from between 2 buildings on your left. A limping man and 3 children race across the street into more shadows. And a woman carrying a round shield and a broken spear turns and faces back in the direction from which they came. 8 kobolds stream out of the alley on the family's heels and fan out around the woman, who looks determined to delay the creatures for as long as possible. So, this is the road coming in. You got a building over here. Another building up here. Got a building over here. Another one over here. Okay. We've got, this is the husband and the 3 children. And then the woman stops about right there. And there are 8 kobolds who have encircled her. All right. So, Saul, you are first.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yep, go for it.
So if I cast poison spray, can I cast poison spray without affecting the woman in the center of the? In other words, if I were to run up and cast poison spray on those first 2 kobolds, right? Yeah. Would I be able to do that without affecting the? I wish I could, Paul Ross. I wish I could. But can I do that without affecting?
Is it an area of
affecting
effect
the
thing?
woman?
It's like cone or something.
10-foot cloud. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you could definitely go up, especially if you got like to this area. You could hit just those 2, and you wouldn't hit the husband either.
Okay, perfect. So I am going to advance.
Okay.
and I'm going to go right up to so they're within 10 feet of me. I want to be able to position myself to where I can get two of them, right?
No problem.
And I'll begin to wind my hands around and around, and this ball, sort of this noxious purplish looking blue ball, appears within my hands. It's like a bubble, and I hold it on the tip of my hand and just sort of blow it, and the bubble rushes out towards the first two kobolds and bursts, and this noxious cloud of gas just sort of envelops them.
Okay.
They have to make a Constitution saving throw, and their magic number is 13.
They fail.
Okay, so they take, first one takes 1 point of damage. Nice, that was kind of garbage. Second one takes 9 points of damage. So
I don't think you have to roll for all of them.
Oh, I'm only rolling the initial. So then they both take. Then my first roll was a 1. They both take 1.
Let's go with the 9. I like that one.
I see what you're doing there, Paula. Yeah, if it's an area of effect thing, just roll damage once.
Okay, so
Cool.
First one is a 1. We'll be fair. Yeah. I kind of look back at everybody and go, sorry.
Awesome. All right, next up, or actually, sorry, it should have been Safira first, but that's okay. She doesn't mind going second.
It's cool. I don't mind when people forget about me. It's okay.
I softened them up for you, Safira. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, clearly. So I actually, I'll move up just a little bit. I kind of take my staff and push it through the dirt a little bit, and I find a couple of stones, which I pick up and hold in my hand, that then immediately turn green. I pull a sling out of my pocket, and I will put my stone in that sling and try and whip it around at one of these kobolds.
Okay. You want to hit one of the ones that's already been hit with a what
I mean,
spray?
seems like a good idea.
Okay.
14.
Hits.
Uh, 5 points of damage.
You drop him. Blah. Basically, you hit him in the back of his head. So not only was the back of him like covered in this oozy poison, but then you smacked him in the back of his head and he just dropped. And as he drops, the other kobolds kind of turn and notice you. Almost like they didn't realize you were against them at first. Next up is Raz.
Roz will move to try and he's got 40 feet of movement. Yeah.
I'll say you can get there. Don't worry about the grid so much. We'll kind of hand wave some stuff if it's close.
All right. He will draw his longsword and swing up with both hands.
Okay.
That is a 19 to hit.
Hits.
And 6 damage.
Drops. All right. What would that look like to you?
So as he's running along, he has his right hand at the base of the hilt and his left hand is kind of inverted to grab the sword and swing straight up as he comes to a skid and just kind of decapitates the kobold.
Nice. All right, cool. All right, Pike, you just saw the two kobolds go down. What would you like to do?
Okay, so can I get past the man and his kids?
Over here?
Yeah, to that one, like at the corner. Isn't there one at the corner there?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay, and I'm take out my sword and go after this guy. Helps roll a d20. Oh, there you go. 19 plus. So I think that's a hit. 6 damage.
Yep, dropped. So they're not the strongest things for sure, but you're able to, basically just destroy it. What does that look like with someone as strong as you?
Yeah. Well, he's strong, but not that strong. But he runs in and just cuts that one down, and he falls and points at the rest of them. Back to your hovels, creatures.
Nice. All right, it's their turn. So, seeing that you guys are starting to wipe the floor, you see one of them over here just kind of screech out at the top of his lungs like a war cry, and then two of them close in on the barbarian. And they get pack tactics. First hit is going to hit. It's a 19 on the die. And he's going to stab you with a spear. For 5 points, 5 points of damage. The other one now is going to attack. Does a 18 on the die hit?
Oh, yeah.
All right. For only 3 points of damage. All right, so those two do that. This one is going to attack her. He does not get pack tactics for that. He will hit her. He's using a dagger. He will do 4 to her. So you see him slash her. So this one just comes up and slashes her right around her shield, and the top of her arm near her shoulder just starts gushing blood. The other two close in on the monk, and they have pack tact. Well, one of them's going to have pack tactics. The other one didn't get there to do that. And he's also got a dagger. 15, 16, 19. So that hits for 5 points of damage on the monk. So basically the first one stabs at you towards your stomach. The other one that didn't have pack tactics, he swung. I got a 19 as well, and that's 4 points of damage. So you can take 2 slashes towards the stomach. And that's
what was the damage on the second one?
Second one is 4 points.
All right.
And that's a dagger as well. Crank, it is your turn.
So I forgot to bring this up earlier. Do you just want me to use the same initiative roll as my Tressum does? Like you want us to just share a
Yeah,
turn?
it's just easier to keep track of.
I figured as much. Just wanted to bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
So I will firstly use my bonus action and take advantage of my healing light ability and heal the girl that got stabbed or the mother 1d6.
Okay. How close do you have to be for that?
I have to be within 60 feet.
Okay, I'll just leave you back here then.
Yeah, it's got pretty good range on it, so I'll roll that really quick.
Yep.
So she heals 3 damage.
3 damage, so she's only down 1 now.
Yes. And then I will send out Artemis, my Tressum, to kind of where the mother is and kind of distract the kobold in front of her by taking the help action. So just get in her face or his face, depending on what gender the kobold might be. And then I'll take out an Eldritch Blast and hit him with that.
Okay. Cool, do it.
And that is a 6 plus 5. That is an 11 to hit.
Misses. He would be
rough. No problem then. And that's really all I can do for this turn. So
okay. So real quick, she's going to attack the kobold in front of her. She's going to miss though, but she swung really hard. So that's good.
Good for her though, right?
I know, it was a strong miss. It would have been a maximum damage, so that would have been good. All right. Safira, I did not forget you this time.
Okay, so there are 4 kobolds left.
5.
Okay, cool.
2 over here, 1 here, and 2 here next to the monk.
Okay. So I will end up just rummaging through the dirt again, picking up another pebble and trying to whip it at these guys again.
All right. Which one are you going to aim it for?
One of the ones that's on the lady.
There's only 1 on her. All right.
Yeah.
So you would probably have to move there to get it without cover.
That's fine.
Okay.
And that is a 16
Hits.
and 7 points of damage.
Yeah, you drop him.
Way to go, Paula. I mean, Safira.
Speaking of which, Saul.
Okay, can I ask a question really quick? Where am I on this grid?
Wait, you asked me a question. I didn't answer.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. You're right here. You're back here.
Okay, and then that is Crank directly in front of me with the 2 kobolds on him. Is that correct as well?
That is Raz, the half-orc monk. Crank is back here.
Oh, Crank is back there. Okay, so that is Raz directly in front of me. So, a question. Can I cast Poison Spray again without affecting Raz?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I sort of start rubbing my forearm, and the tattoo that is there burns this like deep red, almost like a flame red with this orange inside of it. And you see like crackles of flame like come up my forearm and out my fingers, and I shoot firebolt at the kobold that is directly in front of me.
Ooh,
and
like
hold on, let me do that real quick. So does 15 hit?
It will.
Okay,
so actually, hang on. So poison spray is a range of 10 feet. You extend your hand toward a creature you can see within range and project a puff of noxious gas from your palm. Creature must succeed on a con save. It's not an area of effect.
I thought it was AoE.
Nope, not poison spray. It's a single target, it looks like, according to the description.
Okay, well, I only did one
okay.
point of damage to them anyway. So
do you?
Yeah.
I mean, so if you want to do that though, instead of what you're doing now to the one, you can.
No, I mean, okay. I've already cast it, so that's fine. And he takes 9 points of damage.
Short work of these kobolds. Short work. All right. Well, it is now Roz's turn. Do you want to move, by the way, Bill, or are you good where you're at?
Let me look at the board really quickly. I actually would. I'd like to move. I'd like to move up to engage the kobold next to the monk. Yep.
Okay.
Actually, who are the 2 directly in front of me there?
This is the monk. This is the NPC woman.
Yes.
This is Crank's cat.
Okay.
This is the dad and the kids. This is the druid. This is your barbarian and 2 kobolds back there.
So perfectly. Yeah, I just want to move up to engage the kobold that's attacking the NPC woman. So.
Oh, okay, cool. He was attacking the monk. The one that was on the woman is dead, but yeah.
Okay, perfect.
You're good. Okay, cool. Over to Roz.
Roz will raise his sword up and slash down. That is an 11 to hit.
So as you swing down, this kobold with his dagger deflects it, almost hitting Saul as your sword goes into the dirt.
And bonus action pivot to kick him in the face.
Perfect.
Oop.
Uh-oh, dice control.
17 to hit.
Hits.
All right. That is 5 damage as I kick him in the face.
Oh, nice. And basically you drop him perfectly. So how does that look when you basically knock him out with a kick to the face?
So after my sword has gone down, my right leg just comes up and kicks him in the bottom of his jaw, sending him backwards onto his backside.
Beautiful. All right, Pike, you got 2 kobolds in front of you. There's no other ones engaged with you at this time.
Okay, I just pick one and attack it. 17.
Yep.
3 damage.
All right. Oh yeah, that was for her. Okay, cool. So what's that look like as you hit it?
I think I get a good whack on this one, but they're probably pretty deft and they move, and I only just take a chunk out of him.
Okay. All right, and then it's my turn. Yes. All right. So 2 kobolds with pack tactics on the barbarian, both with spears. First one's going to hit for 8 points of damage. Second one, misses. It was close to being a crit, though. It was on a 20 for a second. So yeah, the first one that hit you, the spear kind of gets you right around your hip bone area as it thrusts upward. The height of them obviously being real short makes it a little bit difficult for them to get anything with it. Then the woman is going to turn, and she's actually going to go with her family and try to get her kids to come back behind you guys. So they're going to all move back behind you. All right. And that was their turn. So next up is Safira.
So seeing everything that's happened up to this point, she kind of looks over at Pike really quick and just kind of looking him over to see how he's doing. I know that he's kind of taken a couple hits at this point.
Hey, Juice, really quick. I think you might have skipped me, buddy.
Did I really?
I think so.
Oh, I did skip Crank. Sorry, what do you want to do, Crank?
Look at like he skipped you. He forgets about me.
No, it's totally fine. Totally fine. I'm going to basically repeat my last turn for the most part. Only select one of the kobolds by Pike.
Okay.
That way we won't have to worry about pack tactics.
Oh, with the Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, so Tressum moves up the kobold, distracts him with the help action, and then Eldritch Blast. I got a 19.
So Eldritch Blast, because it's a range thing, if he's within 5 feet of the bad guys, it is disadvantage.
Oh.
Yeah.
But the Tressum provides advantage, so you want to just call it null?
Oh, I see. So it's just an automatic thing that happens?
Well, so Tressum moves up, takes the help action, which provides advantage.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's like close quarters and you're ruling that that's disadvantage, then just make it a straight roll then. That makes sense?
Well, okay, so typically a help action is a regular action, right? And then an Eldritch Blast is a regular action. So does the Tressum get 2 actions? Or you're saying that you cast Eldritch Blast from back here?
Yes, I cast Eldritch Blast. Tressum takes the help action.
So I misunderstood.
Yes.
I thought you were saying the cat was doing Eldritch Blast. I was like, how the hell?
No, I wish.
I don't know how the cat's doing this, but like I'm just gonna go along.
So you're good.
With
You
it.
get advantage.
The cat has Eldritch Blast. Like I'm
Yes.
gonna teach Bob Eldritch Blast. Like seriously,
Well,
if you
there's-
can teach
I
cats
believe-
Eldritch Blast.
I believe wizard. So I had a wizard in my campaign that was able to cast spells through his familiar. So that's what I was thinking was happening there.
Yeah.
Those are AoE spells usually, and it's the Invocation Wizard or Evocation Wizard.
Yeah, I
But yeah,
don't even know.
it-
Well, also, regular familiars can just do touch-based spells, so
Right.
Yes.
that's why clerics who do find familiar as a magic initiate can just cure wounds from a distance with their familiar.
Yeah.
It's freaking genius. I love it. So yeah, that's the strategy. I got
Yes, you can do
9
it. Sorry. I just misunderstood what was happening.
Sounds
You're good.
I got a 19 to hit,
Yep.
and I deal 13 force damage. So pretty good stuff.
There's only
Nice
one
stuff.
left.
So kobolds, if I'm not mistaken, speak Draconic. Yes.
Yes.
All right, so I'll shout out in Draconic, surrender peacefully, or we'll be forced to end things.
In the background, as you say that, you see the large blue dragon do a sweep by the keep, and you see lightning hit like 6 guys at once, and they fall off the top of the keep. The kobold then like looks at you and says, "Never in Draconic."
That's a fair point. Touche. All right, and that's it for my turn.
All right, Safira.
Okay. So I was looking over at. I am still gonna look over at the barbarian and see what kind of shape he looks like he's in at this point.
Definitely bloodied. You can see that the blood is now rolling down his chest, and since he's perspiring all the time, it's running everywhere.
Just looks like extra blood.
Yeah.
On his blue skin.
Okay. So I will actually run over to the barbarian, and I will take the egg that's hovering over my staff, and I kind of pull it out of the air, and I run over to him and I smack it right on his chest, and heal him for 9 hit points.
Nice. That was very nice of you. Saul, you just saw your short halfling friend jump up and smack this egg on the barbarian's chest. And then as she dropped back down to her feet, you see the barbarian's wounds start to slowly heal up and close. There's still blood there, but where the hole where the blood was coming, they're mostly closed. What would you like to do?
So I look over at Safira and sort of wink and give her a thumbs up, and then I cast thaumaturgy, and in a loud, deep, booming voice, I scream towards the kobold in Draconic, "Surrender or die!" in the Draconic voice, the dragon voice.
Take inspiration. Your
Nice.
booming voice. What is your charisma?
It's really, really good. Hold on.
Do an intimidation check for that.
All right, got it. Intimidation is 20, dirty 20, not a natural 20.
Yeah, I rolled a 10. So hearing this come from you as loud as it was, because I'm assuming you did it at the max volume.
Yeah, exactly.
He gets scared. He does drop his spear. It's a very crude spear. It's like the tip of it's barely tied on with like some vines. But he drops his spear, and it almost is like he wants to run.
So I can't grapple him, right? Because I've already taken my
that'd
action.
Be an action.
Who is standing next to him currently?
The barbarian Pike.
And what is the turn order? Blah, blah, blah.
Pike will go before.
Pike would
kobolds.
be next. So
Crank's the only one that doesn't go before the kobold.
I yell to Pike, grabs the little one, like pointing to the kobold, hopefully thinking, so that he can grab him before the kobold decides to run.
Mm-hmm. All right, Roz, what are you doing? It's your turn.
Seeing that the little kobold looks like he is about to wet himself and run off, I will leave it to my fishing buddy Pike to take care of it. I'll look to the woman and the kids and say, "You should probably get out of here." And
the woman replies, and she says, "The safest place is the keep, but it's way over there through all this chaos."
The same keep that just got shot by lightning?
Yes.
He is gonna try and convince her that it might be better to leave town for the moment.
Do a relevant skill. Do what is it? Persuasion.
Yep.
Do a persuasion.
I got a 10.
Okay. Yeah, she's convinced. She turns to her husband and says, "Are you okay?" And he's bleeding, holding it himself. He says, "We can go out of town and try to hide in the woods." And they start to act like they're going to go with their kids.
All right, that's his turn then.
Okay. Next up is Pike. You got the kobold in front of you. Your sorcerer friend told you to grab him.
Okay. Do you do subdual damage?
Do I do what?
Like, can I whack him with my shield and try to knock him out?
Yeah, you could do as long as you say that it's a
Lethal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just straight up attack roll then?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, because if I drop to any of these things, then he's probably going to get away. 14 on the die, whatever the bonus is.
Would be strength.
Strength, okay.
And then just do, like you said, it's your shield. Just do like a D6, straight D6 for damage.
Okay.
And if it exceeds how many hit points he has, then
Total of 5.
Yeah. So you're able to knock him unconscious.
Yep.
He'll be unconscious for obviously 1d4 hours though. So I'll roll that real quick.
My hands were full.
Knocked out. All right. It would have been my turn. It's not. It's Crank's turn. I won't forget you this time.
Awesome stuff. So are all of the kobolds taken care of now? At least in
Yes.
one form or fashion?
In this area, it looks like it. However, just looking up a few houses up, you can see more kobolds that seem to be coming out of one of the buildings. You don't know how many yet, but there's some coming out.
Okay. Do they look to be like heading over in our direction? Like,
No, I mean they're not really
okay.
noticing you. They're probably just
gotcha. That was
run to another
gonna
building.
be what I was asking. Sounds good. In that case, I will send up. I'll send up my Tressum just straight into the sky.
Okay.
And I will perceive the world through her senses and just get a better feel for the lay of the land.
Yep. So you guys were basically right here between these buildings, that little alley thing, just on the outside here. The keep is right here in the center, just so you guys know. And it looks like between all these buildings, like just straight through here, you can see various like kobolds. You see various, they almost look like adventurers or just maybe mercenaries coming out of buildings. Some of them are like carrying silverware or china. Some of them have, like weapons that aren't necessarily theirs. Basically just looting these places.
Okay.
And you guys are right back there.
I will, of course, relay this onto the party. And that's really all I can do for this turn.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Safira. He just told you that information. Technically, we're out of combat, so if you guys want to role play a little, that is more than welcome.
Perfect.
Discuss a strategy, what you want to do, all that's good.
In that case, I will use Shape Water and create a 3D representation of everything that's going on in the town while perceiving through Athena's senses. So kind of like a real-time thing.
Nice.
Well done.
Of course, my friend.
Raj is just holding one of his stab wounds. The other one seems to still be bleeding a bit.
Okay, I will use a bonus action and heal you up 1d6 then.
Alrighty.
And that is going to be a 3, so not great, but it'll still get you there.
Okay.
Perfect.
Roz will then lick his thumb and lick over the part of the wound that didn't finish healing up from that.
Out of curiosity, are there any civilians that look to be in imminent danger?
Not quite right here, no.
Okay.
And so did the mother and the husband, the mother, sort of the wife, the husband, and the children took off?
Yeah, they were convinced to leave and start heading towards the woods.
Man, I really would have liked to talk to them.
You could, like, they're not far enough that you can't. If you want to try, you can.
Here, please.
Can I try to speak with them?
Yeah, go for it.
So, who looks to be the most level-headed and/or calm at this point?
Probably the woman.
Okay, so I approach the woman and I ask her essentially for any information that she has, right? Like what exactly is happening?
So she tells you that they were inside eating supper when they heard a lot of noise outside. She lives on the little bit further north of here. So she tells you she lives up this way somewhere. And by the time they figured out what was going on, her husband got into a tussle with some mercenaries and kobolds, and obviously took some damage, but was able to fight him off with the help of her distracting them with the shield.
So does she know? So clearly there are mercenaries and kobolds involved. Is she aware? Does she know if there's some sort of organized front? In other words, are they just sort of haphazardly running through the streets, killing people?
She says
Or
it looks like they're
are
basically
they-
looting stuff. They're taking anything, and anyone who gets in their way, it looks like they're trying to basically kill them.
Okay,
Eliminate
but
threats while stealing stuff.
there doesn't appear to be, like, I guess what I'm saying, is she aware of any sort of rally point, or are they just haphazardly running through the streets? Okay.
No, she was trying to sneak. They're trying to sneak between houses to get to the keep.
Okay.
Trying to stay off the main roads. So that's why they jumped out between these two houses. We're trying to cut across. They were going to do the same thing through here. Is what she told
And
me.
has she seen anything other than kobolds and mercenaries? Well, and obviously the dragon, but like, has she seen anything other than kobolds and
she
mercenaries?
did see people in black robes, like robed figures, as well as what looks like mercenaries, but not very many.
Okay. I thank her, and
She
urge her
says
on
that she
safety.
thought she saw like a dragon without wings too, a green one crawling around the streets.
Okay, so there's a dragonborn out here somewhere. Okay, so I thank her and urge her to hurry home to safety. So
Okay, and then she disappears into the night or into the darkness. All right, so you guys come up to this next point. You're basically at.
Well, like,
Oh, sorry.
what? Sorry, I was gonna say, like, well, what's our strategy, guys? Like, do we want to try and do what she was doing, and run in between these houses? Do we want to stay on the streets? Like, are we headed towards the keep? What do we? What do we?
that's what I guess that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, is there a rally point for the invaders? Where are we headed next, right? And I would say that probably the logical next step would be the keep, right? Like, but I don't know.
I think
Yeah, I
it
think
would make most sense for us to kind of stay off of these main streets, though, if we can. Right?
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think we should be looking around to see where the mercenaries and these kobolds are gathering. And that way, if we run into any civilians, we can tell them to head in the opposite direction as quietly as possible.
Yeah, agreed.
Make our way to the keep, even though the keep looks like it's taking the brunt of that big blue dragon attacking it.
Using Athena's eyes, do I see any particular rallying point that would be obvious from the sky's view?
For the bad guys.
For the bad guys, good guys, just general layout.
So you see, because again, it's hard to see. So like, you can't see too far ahead because it's basically darkness now.
Athena has dark vision up to
Right, but that works
60
what,
feet?
60 feet?
Yeah.
So 60 feet's not too far. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, it's like 6 basketball hoops. Like in
Gotcha.
length. So
I mean, in that case, maybe like any campfires or light that's coming from any area.
So you can see throughout the roads, anywhere there would be like hay bales or whatever, there's little fires, and you can kind of see like shadows crossing across them, but you can't, again, make out if it's good or bad.
Gotcha.
I would say 60 feet, because this is showing you 100 feet. That's 200 feet. So that's about how far you could see, is like not very far. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? You
gotcha.
basically can see just past like this building to this intersection.
Gotcha. All right. Well,
And
in
the only
that
reason you
case,
guys saw the dragon is because obviously it did the lightning, and so it got really bright for a second.
So
Gotcha.
I turn to the party and I say, my friend Melchior said.
I love it.
says,
You get 2 inspirations now. You have another inspiration. I love that.
says any blow strong enough to cause a period of unconsciousness is also strong enough to cause brain damage. So perhaps we should wake up our friend and ask him for the rallying point. And I walk over and tie up the kobold.
Okay.
Good move.
I have 50 feet of rope, by the way.
Okay.
I'm going to collect all the spears
We'll pretend
and
it's
start
all-
handing everyone a spear.
I have no need for such crude weapons. I do apologize.
I kind of take the spear and look at it for a minute and look around to everybody else, sort of confused. about maybe what I'm supposed to do with this, and just kind of say thanks.
So did you,
Roz is gonna spin the spear in his hand a bit and go, it's gonna be kind of hard to carry my swords and the spear. Did they have like a belt or quiver or pack to stuff stuff in?
It doesn't look like that anything they have could have held a spear. They do have slings and bullets, though, if you want those.
Do they
spears
have
for the
also have
lizard in the
daggers.
sky?
So Sal just sort of looks at the spear and then looks back and says, "Is spell?" and like looks back at it again and throws it over his back. And starts to slap the kobold in the face to wake him up.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna give it to you. Normally I wouldn't because they'd have to be asleep for at least the hour. But yeah, you wake him up.
So again, in Draconic, and he is tied up at this point. I ask him, "Where's your rallying point? Where's your friends?"
They're all over. We're just trying to grab stuff. He says in Draconic.
Right. So where ultimately where are you supposed to meet them at the end?
We're gonna ambush the keep.
Okay. See, I think so I turn back to the party and I'm like, it is keep. It is.
Let me go. Let me go. Let me go now. I told
Step
you
1
what.
is steal things. Step 2 is head to the keep. It's a really detailed plan.
I will walk up to Pike.
His intelligence
And,
is an 8, so he believes it's a great plan.
Yeah.
I mean, like, don't knock people with an intelligence of 8, though. Okay,
You
Like,
married one.
You know, so
Pike
I'll,
goes over and picks up the spear, hands it back to Saul. You said keep, and I hand it back to him.
Okay. I'm actually going to give I'm going to give inspiration to Pike for that. So I can. It is within the D&D 5e rules. I'm going to give Pike inspiration. That was amazing.
Awesome.
I will walk up to Pike and kind of subtly whisper, "Do you want to use that shield one more time on him? Don't want him giving away our position."
No problem. And I walk over and whack him one.
Yeah, you knocked the kobold right back out.
Roz is actually gonna pick up maybe 3 spears so that he can throw them if he needs something that's ranged that's better than his long darts.
Melchior is not pleased. Melchior is not pleased. You knocked him out again. His brain is swelling to the point of no return at this point, people. Like,
That's advanced medicine for you guys.
it's fine.
I think he had brain damage long before the shield happened.
but I think the thing that we're missing is what kind of wood is the spear made out of? Like
it is either shade 32 of pine or it is shade 37 of pine. And I think there's actually a nice oak handle, which is
what is Melchior
darker, less light. So yeah, right.
Oh man.
So was the healing an egg? Did it look like a literal egg that you cracked?
Yeah. Like it was a real egg. So you have egg dripping down here.
Okay, yeah. He just looks down and goes, "Thank you. I need to know where you hide this chicken."
Very small. Very small.
Okay. All right. Did you guys figure out what you wanted to do?
Yeah, I think we're in agreement. Keep, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And then are you just going down the street or are you trying to sneak? What are you trying?
Definitely roll for stealth, but I'll have Athena kind of above us trying to guide us as well.
Okay. So you're going to try and sneak like around buildings and not go down the main street hiding in shadows? Or what is the...
Yeah, I think that's probably the best move.
Okay. So you guys would have went like this way, for example. So we'll pretend this is between the houses. Let me see here. I'll pull this up. So let's say you guys sneak down this way.
Okay.
You get down this way. You have the Tressum in front of you, you said?
Yeah, she's kind of flying above us, right? So
Okay.
above and in front of us.
Okay. And then you guys are probably going to want to cut through this way then?
Yeah, best way to avoid contact.
Okay. Give me, everybody roll a stealth check. Let me know if you beat, what was my number? I think it's like a 12 was the number.
Before we start stealthing away, Saul leaves a little note on the knocked off kobold body that says "make better decisions." And then he sort of follows the party. So.
I hope you wrote that in Draconic.
I did. I absolutely did.
Awesome.
And very nice calligraphy too, because I yeah.
So I really appreciate the fact that over half of this party for sure speaks Draconic at this point.
They're like Tyranny of Dragons. I think we should take Draconic.
Roz is probably the only one that doesn't speak Draconic. He speaks Giant.
No.
Hey.
Nice.
No, I don't. That's why when I heard him say something about keep, I grabbed the spear.
So, okay. So everybody who beat a 12, did anybody fail?
Sure did.
One fail?
I got a 12 exactly, and
I'm also
got a
12.
17. We are not good at this.
No, that's good. If you got a 12, you succeeded.
Oh,
I-
okay.
12 on the dot as well. Yeah.
A little bit. Just a little bit. Because I got an 11.
Well, I don't care if you got an
You know,
11
but
or
just
a
a little
3. You failed. What'd you get, Pike?
17.
17. And then what'd you get, Roz?
20.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Ooh.
So you guys kind of step out into the street there, and all of you are really moving kind of quietly. Roll for the cat too, the Tressum cat, by the way.
She got a 17.
Oh, okay, good. So then the druid though, just trips over a rock, and doesn't fall on her face, but as she trips, you hear her kicking up dirt, and she just stops and looks around, and nothing notices her. But you guys all can see that there are 3 people with swords drawn. Their one arm seems to have a barrel filled with something for all 3 of them. And there's a couple kobolds with them, and what looks like a drake, a small 4-legged lizard that's about 8 feet to 10 feet long, almost like a crocodile. And they're going the other direction. They're going north on the road. They're going north up here. That way. So you guys get by, no problem. So, from there, you guys continue to move forward through here. You get to a point where you're going to have to cross the road again. Do me a favor. I'm assuming you go down rather than just across to the east over here.
Why does the tiefling cross the road?
To get to the other side, of course.
How
The dumb fish.
how deep is that river? Really quick.
Do you want to go all the way down to it?
Yeah, I'll check it out. Just while
Okay.
we're right by it.
So before you get there, you guys got to cross this road to get down
Okay.
there. So everybody give me another stealth check. And how many people got less than a 12?
Roz got a 22 this time.
Roz is tearing it up. He is a monk, though. I mean, that's kind of expected.
Yeah.
I got an 18, which isn't too bad. And Tressum got a 15, so we're okay.
Okay. How about Saul?
13.
13. Oh, what about the druid this time?
So funny thing happened. So Safira's walking along, and there's this obvious large stone in front of her that she
rolled
kind
again.
of starts to trip on a little bit, and you all sort of look back as she just catches herself, but she drops half of the stuff in her backpack kind of just falls out and makes a whole bunch of noise. So I got a 7.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
It's not terrible.
No,
But-
could be worse.
Couple
Pike-
things fell out of her bag, so she kind of starts to grab those and put them back in.
All right.
In an awkwardly nerdy manner. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can go buy the shirt now on the
I'd like
Master
to note
Games
that I
store.
only got the 7 because I am a halfling, because initially I actually rolled a 1.
I knew it. All right, Pike, what'd you get?
13. Can I roll perception if I see the backpack open and stuff come out? Spot that chicken.
Yeah.
Okay, good. 7. So I don't know.
No. All right, so you guys are able to get across the river, or not across the river, but across there. Your one friend, Crank, goes all the way over to the river. Now, the river has some pretty large. Well, I'll pull it up, but it's got not necessarily a large embankment, but it is a little steep. The stream that flows past Greenest is shallow. Looks to be no more than like 3 or 4 feet, with a gravel bottom. And you can see this because the fire illuminating off the water kind of allows you to see into it a little. The banks are clear. It does seem easy to get in and out of. You're looking, though, to the sides, and you can see that this brush that's like back here and over here looks very thick. So if you were to try and travel through that, it would be very difficult to kind of get through.
Okay.
The banks are steep, though. So it might be a little bit difficult, and if someone catches you in there, you feel like you'd kind of be at a disadvantage if someone has the high ground on you going through the river. So that's kind of what you see there.
Okay.
So I look at Crank and I say, burn it?
I will look back up at Solomon and say, as always, my friend, we are not too far off. However, I have an opposite idea. So I can, in effect, create a small boat that occupies a 5-foot cube out of ice using shape water. And I can change the flow of the stream so we can kind of go towards the back of the keep. But we're already really close to it. So if that's a strategy, we can approach the keep from the rear instead of a more direct path. However, it would probably take a little bit longer, I'd imagine. So I will relay that as a potential option for us.
Is there egress into the keep from the rear, though? And in other words, are we even going to be able to get in from the rear? Are we still going to have to come around the front?
Well, if the kobolds are planning on attacking the keep, they're going to do so by the front just through virtue. It's the closest to the town. But if we can approach it from the rear, we could survey the scene using Athena, right? It might put us in a better. It might put us in a better position if it comes to combat. Whether or not there's an entrance back there, I don't really know. I could send Athena to scout, but at that point, we might be wasting time.
I still think we should send your cat to scout and move at the same time. I'm sure me and Pike can just carry your body while you look through your flying cat's eyes or whatever.
I can still walk and everything, so that's not a huge issue. But okay. I mean, either or. If we are approaching through the waterways, I do need to burn actions to change the flow of water. But if we're just walking, it shouldn't be an issue.
I don't think we should be going through the water. It seems like a death trap to me.
Okay.
Those kind of things are usually used to kind of hinder raiders, from what I remember. Mm-hmm. So
it's a fair point. I just know through experience kobolds don't typically use ships, right?
Pike dives into the water.
Pike dove into the water?
Yeah.
All right. So when Pike dives in, because obviously this is your element, you're like, oh, this feels good. It's just the right depth that I could go underwater and swim fast if I want to.
Okay. So if I stand at the bottom, how is it?
It's like 3.5 feet.
Oh, okay. So I stand at the bottom and I'm up, and you can see me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So it looks like water. It is.
I mean, it might be a little deep for me, You know.
I will make my little makeshift boat. Yeah, should be fine.
So, are any of you guys from this area? I think one of you, the druid at least, has been staying here, correct? I think that's what we rolled beforehand as your bond. So, you do know that Governor Nighthill is typically like the guy who runs things around here. He's kind of in charge. So, and you would assume he's probably at the keep as well, just so you know.
Safira, you can get on my shoulders if you wish.
I think the boat would suffice. Alternatively, I could freeze just the top of the water and we could walk, but I don't know how that would impact our stealth checks at all.
I'd still rather stay out of that ditch.
So am I putting my hair up and taking my shirt off or not? Because I am not going in this water and getting this shirt wet. Okay, like
So this is what's going on right now. So we've got a barbarian in water.
Yeah.
We've got the druid up on the bank. It's like, I don't know about that. You're up here like, should I get wet? The warlock is down here with his cat. Well, his cat's flying around somewhere. But he's like, I could make a boat. Do you guys want me to make a boat? Our halfling needs a boat. And then the monk's over here like, I do not think it's wise to jump in the water. I am going to stay up here.
Hold on. We're going to take the water just like 100 feet and then we're going to get off and go to the keep? Or are we going to go down?
So
and
where
around
you are
the
at,
curves?
it would be a minimum of 200 feet to go from right there where that is all the way to there. Minimum.
Okay.
So Sal points out there's a number 2 on the map right behind the keep that, like that probably means something bad. So
Where's the number 2?
can we
How
check
meta
out
of you roll stats? I thought you were an immersive role player.
Hey,
Gosh.
I'm just saying, our DM forgot to put up the
player
map
version.
without the player version of the map.
That's okay.
And so if we're heading over there, we might want to check that out. Just saying. So
That's a long winding river to get there though.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot could happen in that river. So I don't know. I'm not 100%.
There's also a 4 back here if you want to go back to number 4.
Yeah, there is.
I think we best
3's way over here.
go in order. Let's go to number 1 first, and then tackle number 2.
I mean, that's easier for me because then I can just follow the book straight down.
We could roll on it.
I'm not totally sure about the water. I'm not sure about this boat made of ice. I'm not really sure about that. So I'm actually gonna.
Do you guys want to sneak along the water through here?
No, I'm gonna jump on Pike's shoulders because he said I could, and
So he's in the water and you're gonna be on his shoulders.
Oh yeah, for sure. It sounds like
So
a great
you
plan.
guys see
we do
the
this all the
druid.
time. We do this all the time when we're fishing, right? I
Mhm.
stand up here with the spear, right? I mean, we've got this covered. I'm 100% confident in his ability to carry me.
So you guys are all debating this. All of a sudden the druid's like, screw it. Let's do what we always do, Pike. And she, imagine like a luchador jumping off the top rope in wrestling and just landing on his shoulders, on his back. And then it's just like, ta-da!
Let's go.
Okay. I will make my boat and then hop in it.
Roz begrudgingly slides down the slope and starts to wade through the water.
Okay, so you're in the water too. Do you want to be next to Pike?
Sure.
Okay. What are you doing, Sal? You jumping in the ice boat?
Yeah, Sal puts his hair up very carefully and removes his puffy pirate shirt very carefully and sort of is holding it up over his head as he slowly descends down into the water.
Drylanders.
So you guys do this and you start moving down the river. And as you get just not too far from here, under the bridge, you hear clearly there's a commotion going on above. Everybody roll stealth checks for me. This time beat a DC 10. Did anybody roll a 9 or lower?
I did.
Uh-oh. Anybody else? 2? Okay.
I got 2
I blame the
10s.
puffy shirt.
All right. So this is like a bridge going over top right here. You guys start coming out on the other side. And as you do, the monk kind of trips and splashes. As he splashes back here, the boat gets a little loose because Saul got scared thinking it was like a fish or something. And he doesn't fall out, but do you have a staff, Saul?
I do not have a staff. No.
You don't have a staff? Okay. So
You
he
have a
almost
weird
falls
spirit.
out because the boat is slippery and his hand splashes the water. So when that happens, you see 2 guys start looking over the edge on this side, Saul, right above you. And you see over here, you see 2 guys over here looking down at you, Raz. We will go with Safira first. Looking over your shoulder, you can see the 2 guys looking down at you from above.
Are these just like regular people, or these are more kobolds?
Great
or...
question. No, these guys look like they are... Well, let me pull up a picture for you.
Oh God.
They're
It's always
wearing
good.
black, and they have lots of points off of their mask. And they look to have bows drawn on you right this very moment. Oh, shoot. Why can't I do this quick? Normally I'm not this slow, I swear. I swear I'm not. We'll do that one. Perfect. Pow!
Oh.
So it looks
This
like
is a
that.
this is a
Bows on.
very fancy mask. This is a nice guy. This is a nice guy. No problem. No problem.
That is the face of a gentleman.
Nothing's gonna go wrong. Nothing's gonna go wrong at all.
All right, so you see
He has
that
a
guy.
face that's gonna get a spear through it.
Okay. So I kind of tap Pike on the shoulder a little bit, point up at these guys, so that he turns around, and I start to wave my staff in the air, and a green light appears in between all of them. And you see all of these vines sprout from the ground and begin to entangle
Up here?
their feet. Yes.
Well, due to there not being plants on the road, it doesn't work.
Okay, you know what? Don't do that crap with me. No,
Sorry,
no.
guys. Inside joke. We had a
Okay.
DM that wouldn't let her do stuff. We're not going to go any further with that. All right.
Okay.
Anyway, so
Okay.
that area, basically. Bunch
Strength
of vines come up.
saving throw. Yeah.
Okay. So I get to roll for each one. So we'll do the 2 on your side first. Both fail. 2 on the back side. 1 succeeds. So we're going to say this guy's okay.
Okay.
Because he's the closest one to me.
Hmm.
All right. It is now Saul's turn. So looking up, what do you do?
So looking up, there are 2 really dashing looking gentlemen in wonderful masks that I'm really kind
It's
of
like a
jealous of.
masquerade ball.
Yeah, right, exactly. So I will.
They are training arrows on you guys, though.
They are well, you know, that's a thing. I will cast Firebolt at one of the gentlemen.
Okay.
Does a 14 hit?
Oh, I should probably pull that up and tell you. That does hit.
Okay.
I was like, that's a great question. I don't know the answer.
Actually, okay, so I rolled a 2, but I am going to spend a sorcery point to recast that, essentially, or to re-roll my damage dice.
Oh, okay, go for
it. Yeah. And I am very glad I did because that is a 9. So it's much better. 9 points of damage.
Dropped him.
Ooh.
So what's that look like?
So again, so Sal rubs his forearm and flame, orangey flame sort of like starts to, it wraps around his arm in this arcing circle that begins to twirl and twirl faster, hits the end of the end of his hand, his finger, and it shoots out up across the bridge and just immolates this guy. So this bolt of fire hits him, and he basically just bursts in flame, and then Wilhelm scream, "Ah!" and he falls off into the he falls off of the bridge into the water with just unceremonial splash. Yes.
Great. I love that. Okay. So, is the Tressum cat flying directly above you guys, by the way?
Yeah, kind of like
Okay.
up above to the front.
Okay. What did this Tressum cat get for a stealth check?
Jesus, let me double check. 15.
Okay. Okay. All right, Roz, what are you doing?
Roz is going to take a step back, grab one of the spears he picked up, and try to chuck it up at that guy.
Okay.
Let's see. 14 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. And that's 9 damage.
Drops him. I assume he would fall down into the water as well.
Or fall back. It don't matter. He's got a spear in
You
his
want him to
face
fall
now.
back? All right, he falls back. Blah.
He falls back into the spear in his face.
What, Paula?
I said he's entwined by vines.
Oh, that's true. So he's not going anywhere. He's falling right there. Yep. All right. Pike. So you see that your buddy next to you used one of the spears you gave him. You've got a person on your shoulders too, by the way.
Yeah, so we're on the other side of the bridge and they're on the other, right?
Yep.
Split up. And
You just came out the other side. They haven't gone under the bridge yet.
And I've heard one person hit the water.
Yep, on the other side.
And then did I hear this other guy make some kind of noise? Did he fall?
Oh, yeah, he screamed. Ah!
Okay, so what I'm going to do is take my shield up like this because it's got like a little turtle shell, so it's got a little curve. And I'm going to drop down in the water with Safar so she's got just enough room that she can breathe. And we're just going to like sit there so all you see is a turtle shell up on the water.
Ooh, so taking full cover of behind the shield, basically. Okay, yeah. I really like that. Take inspiration, by the way. It is now my turn. No, yes, it is. Yay, my turn. Okay, so the monk is gonna get shot. It's gonna miss. This guy right here is gonna try and unlodge himself from the vines. So that's a strength check, right? And
I just found the Wilhelm scream, guys. So like I have to use it.
Play it. That's what he said. And then splash. All right. What does the strength check have to beat? I rolled a 16 on the die.
Yeah, that's totally gonna make it.
Okay. So he is able to break free from the vines. He steps up on the edge and draws his scimitar as he jumps down into the ice boat. He's now within 5 feet of the warlock. But that was his turn. He can't do anything else. And as that happens, you can see this large drake start coming around the edge. I don't know why that druid was, or the thing was there. This large drake comes around the edge and makes its way into the water. It can't get through your ice boat to you, but it's definitely there. It is not able to act on its turn. It's used a double movement. All right, that was their turn. It is now Crank's turn.
Sweet. I will have so just to clarify, Drake's underneath the water right now, past the ice boat, but we can't really see it.
It's right next to your ice boat. He used a double movement to get to you. He's within 5 feet of you as well.
Gotcha. And then the gentleman with the mask is in the ice boat, yeah?
Yes, he jumped into the boat.
Sounds good. In that case, I'm going to have Tressum fly down in front of the gentleman in the ice boat and hit him, or Tressum takes the help action, and then I will take Eldritch Blast as an attack.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, okay. Go for it. Yeah, so it's just a regular, no advantage.
Okay, gotcha. Because within 5 feet, right?
Yep. So they cancel each other out.
23 to hit.
Hits.
And in terms of damage, we're looking at 9 damage.
All right, so you drop him, and he will fall backwards and into the water.
I'll actually do my best to try and
Not
stop that from... Yeah, try and
Okay.
keep him in the boat.
Okay, so he'll fall over, and he's basically in your boat with you.
Sweet. Sounds good.
Okay.
And that's all I can really do. No one's taken damage yet, right? The monk got
Not
off
yet.
scot-free. Okay, sweet. Then
So-
yeah, that's all I can really do.
So your Tressum cat has come down here. It was obviously distracting because it has to get within 5 feet to do the
Yeah, it just
help
gets into
action.
space.
So when it does, though, as it comes down, you guys feel a large gust of wind above you as this blue dragon comes down behind it. It spotted it up in the air, flying around, and it's going to attack your Tressum. What's your
Oh,
Tressum's
God.
armor class, by the way?
Come on, don't hurt
12?
the poor kitty.
Oh, after the
12.
cat? It's like this big.
I mean,
Right?
this
You
is
know-
a huge dragon.
Just,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
I
didn't
know.
say
Pick up
you didn't
somebody your own size.
you didn't say anything in the session 0 part, so should have said.
Yeah, you should have said you
Violence
can't lose your
against
cats. Too
cats.
traumatizing.
You
Yep.
should.
So, it bites this thing. I'm assuming it just swallows it whole.
My
yeah.
poor baby.
I mean, it's pretty awesome. Let's roll damage and see how this goes. For 20 points of damage. Plus, as it bites down on it, you see all of a sudden inside the mouth of this thing just lights up with lightning for an additional 5 points of damage.
Oh, okay. Just, you really needed that extra 5 points.
And then
of
it swoops
damage
back
there.
up and continues to fly.
Like,
I mean, if
come
Saul
on.
wants to try to hit it with his staff, it probably gets, or with his hands, it gets close enough.
Oh, do
Well,
I
that
get
is-
Are you saying I get an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, but it can't be a spell.
What about with my daggers?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Why? Well, I mean,
One attack, obviously.
exactly.
I mean, I don't want you to one shot this dragon.
For crank.
My poor baby.
Does a 15 hit?
Yeah. Oh wait, no, it does not. Sorry, I was thinking of.
Well,
Cult-
you know, I sort of wildly flail out with my dagger, but there are tears in my eyes because of the poor cat, and so I can't see what I'm doing, and I completely miss. So
Melchior was trying to say that the dragon should be attacking at disadvantage. So I just want you to know, even if I rolled a 2, it still hits. Like, it doesn't matter.
Just like viciously went after his cat.
It doesn't matter. Here,
Like-
I'm gonna roll again. Yeah, I still do it. He's dead twice. All right. Yeah, that was sweet. Okay. All right. So you're able to drop them. There's one left. It is now Safira's turn. You're under a turtle shell.
Yeah, so I'm not sure that we're completely up to date and aware of the dragon and everything that's going on.
Yeah, you probably had no idea because you're under the shell.
So what Safira does is she puts her hand up against the shell, and anybody looking from the outside would see that the color of the shell kind of changes a little bit to blend in with the water a little bit more.
Okay.
But then she also who's next to us? Roz Is next to us correct on this side?
Yes, Roz, Pike, and Safira.
So, Roz would hear Safira's voice in his head saying, "What's going on out there? What's going on?" And that's what she's going to do.
Okay. Saul, your turn. I mean, you could see the back of the dragon if you want to try and attack it.
But there's no. I guess what I'm saying is the dragon is the only opponent at this point, right?
No, there's a drake that's just next to the boat.
Okay, so there's a drake.
It looks like the green thing on the screen.
Got it.
Isn't there still the guy up on the bridge too?
Yeah, but he can't really. He doesn't have a good angle
okay.
on it because it's above.
Okay. So, on the towards the drake. What I'll look over at Crank and I'll say, "For the kitty," and I turn back towards the drake, and I like concentrate. I'm staring at it. You can see my eyes are turning. The iris of my eyes is turning from sort of a goldish yellow to a deep fiery red, and I just put my hands out like this, and witch bolt flies from my fingertips towards the drake, and I am actually going to cast that at
Your highest level.
I am going to cast that.
Wild magic fireball. Come on.
I am going to cast that at second level. So Let me just cast it first. And that is going to be, hold on one second. I'm trying to see if it's, so it's basically a roll. Okay, so I'm going to roll. Does an 18 hit?
It will hit. It will hit.
Okay, so 18, that's going to be 2d12 points of damage for the initial one, and then it's a concentration, so it does an additional d12 of damage every round after. So
what kind of damage is it?
It is, hold on, it is lightning damage.
Lightning damage.
Correct.
And this thing's in
a beam
water.
of crackling blue energy lances out toward a creature within range, forming a sustained arc of lightning between you and the target.
Cool. How much damage did it take?
Hold on one second. So 2d12. Man, when do you, other than a barbarian, when do you ever roll a 12-sided dice? So that's
Eldritch Blast.
That's true. So he takes 9. He takes 9 points. He takes 9 points of damage on the initial. This first turn.
Okay. You notice because it's in the water, it's oddly. It seems like your arc is a lot stronger. You just feel it radiating out more. So I'm gonna say he's taken 18 points of damage.
Nice.
Okay. Next up is Roz.
Roz will pull out.
Wait.
Oh, sorry.
And I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but should I do you want me to roll my d20?
Oh yeah. The wild magic fireball, everybody.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay, here we go.
Fireball.
No, it's 15. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
It's a wah.
It's all right. It's a 1 in 20 chance. All right, Roz.
Right, it's only on a 1. Something weird happens. So.
All right, so Roz will pull out another spear and try to chuck it up at that guy.
Okay.
On the bridge that he can see.
Perfect.
Modified 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yeah.
Oh, you get advantage, by the way, because he's tangled.
Oh, all right. Let's see if it's
I
a crit
forgot to
then.
mention that. I don't think I was.
That is a nat 20.
There you go.
Nice.
I'm glad I said it.
So 2d6. So 7 plus 4 is 11 damage. He is taking a spear through the head and is now a very macabre scarecrow up there.
How many points of damage?
11.
Yeah, that's enough. Yeah, he's dead. All right, so the only thing left is a guard drake. Pike.
How far do I? I guess do I
Can
hear
you
the
move
light?
normal in water?
Yeah, I have
So
swim
you could
speed.
close the distance.
Okay. So what I'll do is, as it's underneath like this, I'll like tap Safara's legs and leave her with the shield, and I will swim over without it. And if I can get to it, pop up in the water and go into use bonus action rage and attack this thing.
Yes. You have your shield, or did you leave your shield with?
I left the shield with her.
Okay, cool.
Let's see, it's 14.
That'll hit.
That is. So it takes 6 damage.
Okay, so you kill it. What does this look like?
Yeah, you just see Pike just pop right out of the water and just put that sword right through its throat
Nice.
and take it back out, and it flops in the water again.
Starts floating in the water. All right.
Then Pike starts to push it out of the water because he doesn't want it to contaminate it.
Gotcha. All right. So, yeah, everything's dead. You're able to continue moving on.
How far away is that dragon?
At this point, it's probably 100 feet away.
Sweet. I'm going to unleash an upcasted guiding bolt at it.
Are you sure?
Well, the thing just killed my cat, so yeah,
sure.
for sure.
All right, do it. Do it.
That is a dirty 20 to hit.
That's going to hit.
And that is
we're so
5d6 damage.
How much damage?
That is 12 damage, and the next attack gets advantage, and it glows a dim light until then.
Okay. All right. We can play that way.
Yeah. Do we see the thing flying around?
You do now.
Yeah.
It's glowing. Yeah.
You said
right.
12
Okay.
points of damage, right? I'm going to use the reverse of my
Yeah.
sticker to keep track of this. All
And
right.
so ended the Tyranny of Dragons campaign.
We
We were TPK'd by a blue dragon, so yeah.
So
I got a pretty good escape if we really need it, but I'd
Okay.
rather not.
So if I see this thing, I'm in a rage. I'm going to take one of the spears I grabbed and throw it at it.
Yeah. So let's Safira, it's your turn.
Okay.
You see the dragon has turned around as it gets blasted by a glitter bomb. I mean, a guiding bolt.
That's one way to put it. Same diff.
Oh wow, guys. So I assume that I'm back on Pike's shoulders again.
No, you're still in the water.
Oh,
You got a
okay.
shield that's
Then
like floating.
It's
helping
okay.
you
So
float.
then I'm holding on to the shield and I'm actually treading water. That's. I mean, I
Can you
can't
swim?
stand up.
You're like 10 feet away from the side of the water if you want to.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and swim to the bank of the water. Then.
Okay, that's probably all your movement. But now you're within like, I don't know, 40 feet of the dragon. Do you want to do something?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, cool.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know, guys. I'll wave my I'll wave my arms around, and out from the water, you guys see sort of a mist begin to rise, and a dense fog sort of descends around me.
Okay. So it's like obscured vision then around you?
It's just fog cloud. 20-foot radius sphere centered on me, where I'm standing right now.
Yep. Cool.
It's heavily obscured.
Gotcha. Okay. Awesome. What about Saul? What are you doing now that you see the dragon just turn, thanks to your friend blasting it with the glitter bomb?
So Saul legitimately is like, oh shit. And he creates this orb in front of him that grows and grows and grows. It's sort of green and blue and purple and red light all mixed and chaotic all together. And he pushes his hands forward, and I am going to cast Chaos Bolt at 2nd level. So let's see what happens.
Roll the d20 as well. Yep, the other one.
Yep, I am totally so 16. Does a 16 hit?
The dragon? No way.
Okay, well, so wait, hold on, hold the phone. I am going to use, I have Tides of Chaos, right? Which allows me to gain advantage on one attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to use Tides of Chaos, and I'm going to re-roll that attack.
You also have
you know,
advantage as well.
Advantage,
or,
right?
Or sorry, not advantage, inspiration as well.
Right. Well, so I think I would rather, thank you, Chance. I think I would rather use my inspiration and take advantage on that roll. So that was my first roll, right? So let's see what the second roll does. Come on. And the second roll is a 9. So my Chaos Bolt flies completely wide because I am clearly terrified of this massive blue dragon that is standing in front of me. And as my action, as my movement, is there any cover at all? Juice?
If you want to go under the bridge.
Yeah,
you can jump in the water and go on the bridge.
I duck under the bridge. Yeah.
Okay. All right, you're able to do so. It is now my turn. So everybody who can see it right now is going to have to make a wisdom save of DC 17 or be frightened for 1 minute.
Whew.
So
17 exactly.
I would be counted out, correct? Because
correct. You can't see it. You're under the bridge. The
right.
barbarian can't see it, but
I can't either.
Yeah, you're obscured. So it'd be the monk and it would be the warlock.
I got a 17 exactly, so we should be okay.
Yep. So
I got a 22.
All right, so you guys are not afraid, and I believe that costs his action, so he's good. But he does get to fly, 80 feet. So as he does that, and he kind of like targets you guys. Let's see. Yeah, he basically flies way over here. Oops. And he's almost out of sight for anybody who can't see in the dark.
Disappointing.
He is glittery still, because no. Oh, you know what? Did you roll? You already rolled with advantage. Hey, Bill, you didn't use your abilities. He was glittering. So give yourself that ability back. I forgot the guiding bolt.
Yeah, he had guiding bolt on him.
Yep.
Oh, right. Got it. Okay, thank you. Yep, perfect.
Yep, I forgot. So sorry about that.
No worries at all.
And it is now Crank's turn.
So
you can still see him because of the glittering. Does that stop now on your turn, though?
Kind of, sort of. So the way the spell's worded is it says until the next hit, but the duration of the spell is 1 round. So
gotcha.
However you want to rule that.
So I'll say that it fizzles out, but because of it, you could still see him. It's just you're not going to get it.
Gotcha. And how far away would you say he is?
Like 50 feet from you right now.
50 feet. All right. Yeah. So I can do one of 2 things, I guess, but one of them could. All right. I will attempt to hit him with Sapping Sting. Or actually, I'll move some a little bit closer to him and then hit him with Sapping Sting.
How far? Close, or how much closer?
I need to be within 30 feet of him,
Okay.
if that's possible. If it's not, let me know. And I have
You can kind of get to the bank. I'll say that you can get within 30 feet on the bank.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I will attempt to hit him with the sapping sting then.
Okay.
Sure. So he needs to make a Constitution saving throw, which for a dragon should be pretty easy. But
yeah, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
What's he have to beat? I rolled a 13.
He needs to beat a 13.
So a tie, I believe, goes to the defender.
It does, yes.
Yeah. So he makes it.
That is so disappointing. All right.
I rolled. I want you to know, I rolled a 2 on the die.
Oh yeah, well that is what it is. It's funny because that spell would have sent him prone, so it would have been pretty hilarious. But
So you're saying there's a chance?
He would have face planted on a crit fail.
yes, exactly. All right, in that case, I will go prone myself, I guess, and just look at the ground. Yeah, and that's my turn.
Okay. All right, Safira, you can't see, but the dragon has gotten pretty far away. He's a little bit higher than he was before.
Did you skip?
Did I skip you?
Me and Roz.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Damn, I'm getting good at
You
the
can't
skipping thing.
handle the night or something.
I don't know what's going on. Well, you don't know where he's at, but yeah, what do you want to do, Roz?
Roz is going to go under the bridge and hold an action to slash at it with his sword if it comes under the bridge for whatever reason.
That is smart.
In
I
the
love the
unlucky
trigger action.
event that the dragon decides to go for a swim under the bridge.
And stay out of the water in case electricity runs. So he's like on the embankment under the bridge where people will usually chill out.
Gotcha.
I don't even know if he could fit underneath the bridge, to be honest with you.
The dragon?
Yeah.
He's huge. Probably not.
Yeah.
Pike.
So, as I'm trying to push this drake out of the water, I hear some kind of commotion about the flying lizard, and I turn around. Do I see it?
You don't see it. It's pretty far off in the distance. You don't have dark vision, do you?
No.
Yeah, then you definitely don't see it.
And then I see everybody taking cover.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, then it would have been me. Then it would have been Crank, which we did. And then we're at the top. Safira doesn't see it. She's in her little foggy cloud. Do you want to do something, though, Safira?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Pike.
I'm just going to swim in the water and go find Safira because I probably can't swim. So go help her out.
Yep. You find a cloud of fog that you would assume is her since you know her.
I am just going to hold tight and try and be really, really quiet.
Okay. Saul?
Saul should just shut up and stay under the bridge, but
But
screw that. So Saul is going to spend a sorcery point. I'm going to give myself another 2nd level spell, and I'm going for Chaos Bolt again. Let's reform this baby. And so I'm going to duck my head out from under the bridge and send a Chaos Bolt up towards the dragon.
All right. You can do so.
So that's a 20, a dirty 20.
Hits.
Oh, so good.
Nice.
Barely.
So that is going to be, that's also, I'm going to have to roll, but so this is going to be, hold on, 2d8 plus 6. So 8, 6, 14. So that is going to be 14 points of damage.
What kind of damage?
I don't know. Hold on. Wait.
It's one of your D8s.
It's one of your D8s. Yeah. So it is blue. It is poison damage. So 14 points of poison damage.
14 points of poison. Okay. Cool. It hits. He definitely does not like that.
Okay, and then I duck back under the bridge.
All right.
We are so incredibly outmatched right now.
Yeah, pretty much. Now, if I can just remember your turns, we'll be all set. So next is Roz.
Again, just stay under the bridge, hold my action.
Okay, do the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, Pike.
Yeah, I guess I would have lost my rage by now. Since one turn is gone, I haven't taken any damage.
Do you have to do an attack to keep your rage going in 5e?
Yeah.
I think you
Or
have to
get
take
hit.
damage. Yeah.
Or take damage. Okay.
So I just again move and hold on to Safar, so don't have to tread water anymore because I can breathe underwater. It don't matter.
Gotcha. Okay. She was on the embankment. She's on the side.
Yeah.
So you don't have to hold her if you don't want to. Might be better not to at this moment.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, where's the shield?
I have it.
Okay, that's fine. You can. So I go down, scoop down in the water, so I'm out of sight.
Okay. All right, and then we are at my turn. All right, so he did see you, roll stats. Just so
I get it. Yeah. Oh, I get it.
He's pretty angry. And he sees the warlock down on the embankment in a prone position. And he could fly down and get you with one turn pretty easily. But he is going to do his lightning breath in a 90-foot line. That would go... Probably nail the barbarian too. Because, why not? Now.
Sorry, Pike.
Give me a DC 19 Dex saving throw. This is rough.
I literally need a nat 20, just so you're all aware. And I did not get it.
You don't want to know how bad this is.
Oh.
Did you guys fail?
Natural 20.
Oh.
Oh.
Can we trade? Like, is that an option?
Is that a thing?
Pretty sure I read that somewhere in the PHP.
For everybody.
I rolled 14, but I am taking Tides of Chaos at this point, and I am going to I'm going to reroll. So
that's the move.
And that's a dirty 20. So that's why. See, wild magic sorcerer, it's a thing. So yeah.
8 plus 14.
Control that chaos.
Plus 17. So 8. Sorry. 14. 17. Oh my goodness.
I'm hearing a lot of rolls.
10.
There.
I'm almost done.
Sounds like a lot of dice.
Loud,
20.
It's like 12 dice.
Even half might kill you. It is 12 dice.
Oh my god.
20. Okay, this is bad. So this is really bad.
It's bad.
58.
First you go after his cat.
This is not my fault. He decided to attack it.
The cat's doing nothing. Like the dragon.
How about this? Let's take a 5-minute break so everyone can go to the bathroom while I calculate the damage.
So we can go shit ourselves because we're so
and make your backup characters.
Right.
We'll be back.
Multiplication.
We'll be back in just a moment. All right. Break time.
All right.
Melchior, man, stealing the show with his amazing quotes. I love it. Good job, Melchior. Couldn't do it without you, bud. We were laughing before we came back on because of how good that was. All right. Where did we leave off? Oh, the dragon electrocuted you.
Oh,
Yes.
Death round.
So I decided to be nice to my players. I said if anybody made the save, it would not do any damage rather than half. And we also let some inspiration be given. And luckily our warlock made it thanks to inspiration. So
Yes.
the lightning bolt missed everybody. But now they know not to mess with the dragon. So with that, the dragon flies away.
And Roz backhands Soul on the back of the head and goes, "Why are you attacking the dragon?"
He got my shirt wet.
He would have made you extra crispy had he hit you.
Or is it kitty?
And slap him in the back of the head again. Let's go find the others.
So Pike comes out of the water and he's like steaming. That's
Literally.
it. That's right. Run. Shaking his fist at the dragon.
Awesome. So
Clearly, we are victorious.
you were. It was great. So you guys are still here at the bridge. You can take your little boat and march a little bit further down here. Are you getting off here, or are you going to try and take the winding path and come up out back?
I'm going to strip down the cultist I have in the boat.
Mhm.
Just take his stuff, put it in my little chest of preserving, which is a backpack, basically.
Yeah. So he has a scimitar.
Okay.
He had dropped his bow on top of the bridge, but
That's
he
fine.
also has a pouch of gold for 22 gold.
Well, that'll go towards resurrecting Athena. So that's all's well it ends well. All right, and then I'll take his clothes and mask and all that stuff and put it in the bag.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything?
Can I make a perception check to see if I can spot like a toad or a fish or something in the water around me?
Go ahead.
I will see you looking in the water and ask if you need help looking for it.
So that's a 19.
Okay, never mind.
You're very thorough looking around. Yeah, you're able to find a toad.
Can I grab it?
Yeah, it's a small one. It's like the size of your fingernail.
So I grab the toad and I hand it to Crank and I say, "Not cat, but still pet," and hand him his little toad. Hand him a toad.
I will put the toad in the barrel of preserving and say thank you, my friend. This will go a long way towards feeding Athena.
Oh,
Don't worry, Melchior. Nobody died. We decided anyone who made the save did not die, and then we also let a player roll with inspiration given from somebody else, and he made it. So we're good. Okay. What is your plan? Are you guys moving up on the water over there and then getting out, or are you trying to go around to the back?
I would say we don't use meta knowledge and go up the embankment that we first planned to.
Like right here?
Yeah, okay.
Or the back?
and as Roz says that, he smacks Sal in the back of the head again. So
Yeah.
So this first spot here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that'll work.
And then you guys are going to try and make a beeline for the gate that is
I was going to
open?
say we make a beeline for the corner and see if we can get the attention of a guard.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should get closer and get a better understanding of what's going on
Yes. I
over
agree.
there before we figure out whether we're going towards, the
Okay.
front of the gate or whatever.
Okay, so you guys park the boat of ice.
I can just dispel it if we're not using it.
Okay. And then you guys start moving up the embankment. Are you just like sprinting all out to this corner then?
It's probably stealthing. Up
Yeah,
is
Roz
our
would
best
try to
choice.
keep low to the
stealthing.
ground while also looking around at the same time.
Okay, everybody give me stealth checks.
Sweet.
Excuse me.
Ooh.
You're out in the open too, so it's a little bit harder. So it is a 15.
Ooh.
That's a solid 10.
Yeah, I got an 11.
I got an 18.
Bill?
30, 20, 18 plus 2.
Oh, nice. And how
My
about Pike?
goodness.
13.
Okay, so 3 failed. All right. So you guys start moving up on the embankment, and you're up here.
I might be a bit distracted because I'm sad to leave the water.
There you go. So you guys just start moving barely out of the water. And as you start to get out of the water, you are encountered by another drake.
Oh, for like half a second, I thought you were going to say dragon. I'm like, please, no.
No. And you see,
like
what-
a kid.
it almost looks like these, actually, all of their guys' backs are to you, though. And they're moving towards the keep. They're just walking, though, really nonchalantly. And Safira, you get to go first.
More than one?
There's 3 of the mercenaries and 1 drake.
Do they look like they're getting along?
Yeah, they're all walking towards the keep.
Oh, fantastic.
They're almost going the same direction you guys are going.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, you couldn't see it. My bad. That's why. I was like, why are you guys asking questions?
Oh, those are the mercenaries and the drake.
Yep, up there. And here you guys are back here.
Oh, okay.
You're basically in the middle of the field, kind of at this point.
So seeing them, Safira is actually just gonna stop dead in her tracks. And I'm gonna hold an action. If they turn around and attack us, I'll use sling on them. But otherwise,
Okay.
I'm actually just gonna stop and not make any noise and kind of wait and see what they choose to do.
How about you, Sal?
So, Saul, how far away are they from us?
They're
Approximately.
pretty close to you. I mean, they're like 20 feet away from you.
Okay, so Saul is going to point his finger at one of the mercenaries.
Okay.
Actually, the one nearest the drake, and
Okay.
I'm going to cast message, and Saul is going to say, "You know, you can't trust that drake, right?"
Roll intimidation. I rolled
That
really
is
low.
21.
What is my guy? I rolled a 19 on the die. Let me see if he makes it. Oops. Nope, he does not make it. So he starts to feel a little bit scared, and you all see him like kind of like one of the guards kind of stops, whereas the others keep moving forward. And I say guards, but I mean mercenaries. He just stops.
Okay. And that's gonna end my turn. So he can respond back if he wanted to. Like, he doesn't have to, but he can sort of respond back.
Oh, he can actually communicate with you too. Like, you've opened the link between the two of you.
Right. So you point your finger toward a creature within range and whisper a message. The target and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
So you hear him reply back. I never trusted it in the first place.
Okay. So I'm not gonna. I won't take any movement. That will end my turn. So
Okay. Roz.
So Roz will continue sneaking up, not to the one that stopped moving, but to the other one to the far left.
You're stealthing?
Yep. And
Okay. Roll a stealth check.
Well, so it's not continuing the 18 that I got from before?
No. This would be a new one.
Okay. Never mind. Then he will just
Run up and attack.
move up and slash the guy in the back.
Okay.
That is a 19 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
That is 12 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, he dead.
Do I have any more movement? Can I reach the guy at the front of the pack now?
How much movement do you typically have? 30?
40.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can get there.
All right, then I run up to him and I will try to kick him in the back.
Nice.
That's a 12.
That is just enough to hit.
Oh. So that's 6 damage then as I kick him in the kidneys, I guess.
All right, so he is still standing. But yeah, that kick definitely knocked him forward, and he definitely notices you now. And it is now Pike's turn.
Okay, so which one is the Drake?
Right here.
Okay.
And then you're right here.
Okay, can I tell if the guy, the mercenary next to him, has done anything different?
You can tell that he
walking
stopped walking all of a sudden, but that was it.
Okay. Well, I killed the Drake last time, so I'm just going to kill this one.
Yep, you can get there.
Pretty easy. So yeah, I just run up and attack it.
Okay. Are you raging?
No. 19.
That'll hit.
And that is going to be 12 damage.
All right. So you kind of slash at it, hitting its back, and it takes 12 damage. And it is now their turn. So
Drake,
this
what do you have against your own kind, Drake? Why do you just keep taking down these drakes? Like
I can only be one.
So this guy, seeing the guy go up and attack the Drake, he actually almost wants him to kill the Drake and moves over to the monk. And this one turns around and attacks the monk. All right. So they're both wielding scimitars. What's your armor class?
17.
17. So plus 3. So one of them hits with a 17 exactly. The other one misses. You're going to take a massive 3 points of damage. The Drake now is going to bite at the barbarian. And, okay. Ooh. Okay, there we go. 22 to hit for 3 points of damage from a bite. Piercing damage. That was their turn. That was everybody. All right, it is now.
Oh, because they attacked, don't I get my...
Yes, sorry, you're right. Now you get to go.
Okay.
You were triggered. Which one you hitting?
So nothing.
Okay,
Apparently.
perfect.
You know, so it's all good.
All right, Crank. Where's Crank?
Crank's phone died. He is working on coming back.
So Crank got scared and kind of runs away for a minute. He's like, oh, I don't want to get killed by the dragon. All right, we'll come back to him when he shows up. With that said, Safira, go ahead.
Okay, so I will go ahead and pick up a small stone from the ground and cast a spell on it, and then use it to fling at the Drake.
Okay.
And that's a 20.
Hits.
8.
8 points of damage on the Drake. What kind of damage is that?
Great question. Magic.
Magic
Bludgeoning.
damage.
It just says.
It's just magic damage.
It just says.
That means she just gets to pick. Like it's magic. Like whatever. Like
Rainbows and butterflies. No, so it's a bonus action for me to cast the spell on it, and then it's the action to actually hurl the pebble. And it just says it imbues it with magic.
Yeah, so throwing a pebble is usually bludgeoning damage.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if it like did something different.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's more damage than what a typical like.
Right. Okay.
cool. Yeah. We would assume so. Like, what damage does a normal pebble do?
So she
Paula?
hurls this
Like,
little
I'm
pebble, and as it's going through the air, it grows into like a rock and smacks it. Okay. Cool. Saul, what you doing, bud?
So, Saul is going to. So, assessing the field, does the Drake seem hurt?
Yes, it's hurt pretty bad actually. The original slash kind of made it bleeding all over. Sorry.
And the other mercenary, how does he seem? Because there's basically one mercenary standing and
one
Drake,
is
correct?
in really bad shape. The other one has not been hit.
Okay, so against the mercenary that has not been hit, I will cast Firebolt,
Okay.
and that will be 16 to hit,
Hits.
and he takes 6 points of fire damage.
Nice. Okay. Next up is Raz. So you got two that are attacking you from both sides.
All right. So Raz will take his sword, lift it up high, and try to cut down the guy that he kicked earlier.
Okay.
Aiming for the middle of his body with a sweeping slash.
Okay.
16 to hit.
That'll hit.
Or 12 damage.
Yeah, you did him in.
All right. And then
What's
he's
the
going to
sweeping
bonus
slash
action.
look like?
Yeah, he's going to bonus action donkey kick behind him at the guy behind him.
Okay.
That's 19 to hit
Yep.
for 5 damage.
Yeah, they're both dropped. What does that look like?
So he swings down hard, swings out across, and has to take like a half step back as he thrusts his right leg back at the other guy's throat, crushing it. And he drops because of that.
Gotcha. All right. Next is Pike. You got the Drake in front of you. It's the last one.
All right.
Drake on Drake.
That would be a miss, but it is. How do you treat inspiration? Reroll.
Yep.
Okay. I will burn the inspiration I have for a reroll. That is going to be 13.
That just hits.
And that's a mighty 5 damage. No, 3.
3 damage?
3
Yeah,
damage.
that'll drop it.
Okay.
And so they're all dead. Okay. So once you kill them, you see there's a clear path to the keep. And you guys see at the top, at the very top, there is a guard with an arrow. And he saw what you did, and he's trying to wave you guys. And he's like, get to the gate. They're going to close it soon. Get to the gate.
Saul breaks out in a sprint towards the gate.
Okay. And your guys' friend, Crank, also starts booking it. And you just hear clunk, 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 clunk of his metal feet moving towards the gate.
Safira is going to run and try and jump on Pike's shoulders again. So hopefully we'll also get to the gate prior to closing.
Okay.
And as she,
I forgot tiny stubby little legs. Yeah.
yeah, and as she lands on his shoulder, she almost like she motions forward with her quarterstaff, and she says, "Run like the wind, Pike! Run like the wind!"
The wind does not run, and I run.
Okay.
Sweet.
So as you guys get to the gate, you see that they're letting some civilians in, families and things like that, and the guards are starting to lower the gate. You guys just happen to be the last group that gets through the gate before they close it and bar it shut. After you guys get in, you hear from above you guys the guards yelling, "They're encircling the entrance!" And that's where we're going to end the session.
Aww.
As you guys just made it into the keep. So, it's a little crazy. Imagine doing that at first level without the dragon, of course.
Ay, caramba.
Yeah.
It's like you're supposed to have it's 7 kobolds at the start. I made it 8, but it's supposed to be 7 kobolds with the family at the start, and then you're supposed to go through 3 waves of possible attacks, like with no rest whatsoever. Like even me letting you guys talk about a strategy and stuff, like there's really no time for that. Like it's supposed to like push the urgency, and there's like wild encounters or random encounters that can happen as you stand there and talk. So yeah, it's fun.
That is insane,
Yeah.
especially for early level spellcasters. Virtually no hit points and heavy resource management.
I ran D&D Encounter or Adventures League when 5e first came out, and this obviously was what you're supposed to run. And so the first group I had killed them twice in the first 2 encounters, and like based on the rules of Adventures League, just make a new character, start from level 1, and start at the beginning. Like
Nothing wrong with that, Juice. Just saying.
yeah, but it's boring to keep doing the same 2 encounters. So anyways, we everyone optimized their builds as best they could just to make it to the keep at first level.
Yeah, I think I don't know if you've watched Puffin Forrest's animated stories about D&D.
Yes.
He talked about his experience trying to be a DM for Adventure League of this particular scene as well. And he had a bunch of veteran players and a bunch of newbie players like, yeah, we could take the blue dragon. And the veteran's like, no.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
I didn't realize that was the same module as this. That is hilarious.
Now you got to go back and watch that video again.
No, I know that video inside and out. That is terrifying.
I love it. So thank you guys for bearing with me. Sorry I killed your cat, but you'll get it probably next session because of your ability.
Oh yeah, guaranteed.
So no worries there. It's not like this was Luke's cat and descent into Avernus or something. So, but yeah, it was fun. Obviously the next couple sessions are kind of like this before it really kind of tapers off and isn't so much just fight.
Even if it is, like, once again, I brought it up earlier, but I do have. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. It should be all right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what do you guys think? Is it fun? Good to go? Drags on.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm having a great time. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Awesome.
I'm actually really impressed with the team composition. Like, abnormally impressed by it.
Why do you say that?
I was a little bit worried because when we were chatting like in Facebook earlier, we were all a little bit iffy about it, but I think things are balancing out pretty well.
I think also tying players to each other always helps.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you like a connection that isn't there otherwise.
Yes.
So I highly recommend people doing that too. So okay. Well, that's it.
Where did you get that?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to ask, where did you get that Bond rolling table? Because
it's from Pathfinder's Ultimate Campaign book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't have that book anymore. I sold it, but you can find that chart online. I think A Fistful of Dice on his old website, if it's still around.
Alrighty.
He a downloadable chart there. So, yeah. And it's called, if you care, you could probably just search table relationship with fellow adventurer. Yeah, it's got quite a few options on here.
I get
about 20 options. So anyways, so that's it. We're going to end there.
There's just so much, like there's so much bone. You're just like, you guys are gonna watch me paint this bone for like 10 hours. I don't know, like
it's precious content, no matter how you take a look.
Yeah, your fans want to watch you paint Calidrax, Paula.
Oh yeah, I know my drawing.
They're all right here. These are the people that are usually in our chat. So yeah, no, we so if she ends up deciding to paint tomorrow or something, we'll throw the camera on and we'll do it. But if not, no biggie. But yeah, so we're doing that Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday I've got another person on, and on Friday that is not. Oh no, Friday we're playing Rad Wasteland.
Yeah, we are.
So
I still gotta make a character. I have not made a character yet.
I haven't even opened the PDF. Like,
it's not even a PDF. That shows how much you know.
I know, right? I didn't even click on the link. It's a Google Doc.
Yep, Google Doc. So we'll be playing that. That is a fun game. Like the first time we played was awesome. I'm excited to see what everyone plays. And you'll love it, Paula. I know you will. Aaron's going to be running that, Aaron Bryant. So he has done some work with Strange Machine Games on their few titles, such as Super Age and Ages Past. So, and now he's working on his own system that we're going to be playtesting. So I'm excited. And then next Saturday, is that our BlackRock game?
The following Saturday.
It is. Yep. So next Saturday is
I thought next Saturday was your Pathfinder one-shot. When is your Pathfinder one-shot?
The 8th. August 8th is the one-shot. Yeah. But August 1st is the BlackRock Adventures game. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Wow, that week's crazy too after that. But, we'll get into that next time. So anyways, and then we'll play in 4 weeks, assuming that works for everybody. And yeah. So if this is your first time here, smash that subscribe button, hit that like button. Is there anything that anybody else wants to plug real quick before we go? Roll Stats putting on a new video this week.
Yep. So wait, I do want to plug something. What I will say is, if you like Dungeons and Dragons content, if you like Pathfinder content, if you like just RPG content in general, you should like, comment, and subscribe on Master the Game. He is the best creator on YouTube. Become a patron, hang out with us in Discord. You could even come in here on the chat. So do it now. All of them, all the YouTube actions, just find them, check them out, do it.
I have everyone's YouTube channel, by the way, in the description. So Chance's D&D channel, I don't have his Pathfinder channel, but his D&D channel's down there. When we do Pathfinder videos, I'll put it down there.
I want to follow. Also, you should also follow Chance's guide to fragrances too, because I really don't know what that is, but I gotta go check that out. Like I don't know what that is, but I have to know.
So by the way, Chance, this is my first time ever seeing you because you don't show yourself in your videos.
It's true.
And I'm a little surprised. I was expecting like a handlebar mustache and like stuff because of the fragrances thing. Like,
look at you all judgy about.
I know.
Like, come on.
No, I'm just playing.
Yeah,
I had no idea what to expect. I was trying to judge based on fragrances now. Like, what would a fragrance person look like? I had nothing. I didn't.
What would a fragrance person look like? Like people don't like regular people don't like scent.
No, of course not. People who sell or who want to like start fragrance businesses. Like, okay, so I'm thinking parks and recreation here. You know how like they remember the episodes where it's like the rich dad's son, and then you got treat yourself. Like, I don't know. I'm just imagining those episodes where they were coming up with their own fragrance. Do you remember that?
I do not.
You don't?
Yeah, but like
they talked to like the one guy who like is a big wig and rich, and It's the Anyways, I'll have to go find the episode.
So
terrible
you
with
were
names.
expecting him to be more treat yourself style.
No, not necessarily. I really had no expectations. I just now all these things are going through my head. And then BN Drake, he does live plays on his channel as well. So if you like that kind of thing, his channel's good to go too. I am intrigued by this fragrances thing. Is that a joke or is that legit?
No, it's legit.
He's legit.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep going back and forth. There's two companies I'm trying to partner with.
Yeah.
And one of them responds a hell of a lot faster than the other one.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to get both of their input, so I'm waiting on one right now. But
Gotcha.
regardless, it's pretty cool. I don't know. I dig it. YouTube channels are really fun. So it's anything you're passionate about, I think it's worth pursuing.
100%. Like I am a big dreamer. Like ask Paula. I've had like the most crazy obscure ideas, and then I run it by her, and she's like, "That's stupid. Don't do it."
It's just like
No, even like the crazier stuff. Like I literally can't think of a single idea that wouldn't translate well to YouTube.
Yeah. Do you like Gary
Well,
Vaynerchuk?
it's true.
I mean, to
And,
YouTube
like,
is one thing, but like his ideas are not exclusive to YouTube. So like when he comes to you one day and he tells you that he's gonna become a professional wrestler in his spare time, and he goes to a wrestling
for the
training
record, that was 10 years ago. I have not said that in 10 years.
So,
You're just
I
like,
love.
Wait, hold on. Like, are we sure?
Yes.
We're sure this is
Because I
what-
moved in with you, and my hip has never been the same.
Mhm. Yeah, it's true.
I love the brand reinforcement though. It's like Chance's Guide to Spells, Chance's Guide to Pathfinder, Chance's Guide to Fragrances, Chance's Guide to Tax Reform. Like he's just like everything. Like he just
I've
covers
thought about
everything.
it.
So yeah.
He's thought about
Yeah.
doing a tax reform channel. What?
Yeah,
I mean, why not?
Canada's economic policies make like no sense. So it'd be
Somehow they
interesting
work
channel.
though, right?
No,
No?
they don't. No, we're as the country we're screwed. Anyone who says otherwise doesn't know what they're talking about.
I mean,
But-
we live in America. Like,
We're U.S. citizens, buddy. Like,
Yeah.
trust me.
I-
You're sitting pretty right now, really.
No,
So,
no,
yeah.
I mean it from the bottom of my heart when I say I am incredibly jealous. I mean, ideally, Puerto Rico is where I think I'd be as far as the U.S. is considered. Not technically
No.
part of
Watch
the
out for
country, but
hurricanes.
it's worth the risk, in my opinion. You don't pay any income tax so long as it's capital gains, which is pretty good. So,
Right.
worth not being able
I
to
see.
vote, in my opinion.
You are
This is
totally
a
a fragrance
preview.
guy. He's gonna have
This
his
is
business.
this is a preview to Chance's Guide to Tax Reform right here. You're hearing like, yeah, right.
No, it's
Florida has something
it's
like that.
Florida's really weird in a lot of ways, though. I'm not a huge fan of Florida, if I'm
All
being
right, guys.
honest.
All right, guys. I think we should stop talking about the world before
Okay.
Chance is banned from everywhere.
Yes, this is accurate.
Chance's Guide to the Continental U.S.
Gonna start talking about all that stuff that's banned from YouTube, and then
Chance's Guide to Getting Canceled. Like, yeah, right.
I'd like to see them try.
Love it.
Oh man.
All
But
right.
no, the wrestling thing was 10 years ago. Like,
Okay, it's fine. Move on.
No. The most ridiculous thing is that I do have a book on sculpting action figures.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
I was like, Paula,
No.
I can
No.
sculpt. I can make little miniatures. I can do
He's
this.
like, I can do this if I'm just
Patient
patient
enough.
enough. He's like, it's not hard. You just have to be patient. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Let me know how that works out for you. Like,
Why, you guys don't think I'm patient?
you just can't.
I believe in you.
I know, Juice. I was just gonna say you're good enough, you're strong enough, and doggone it,
On it,
people like
like
you.
you.
So
Yeah.
Love it. All right. Well, thank you guys. That was a good laugh at the end there.
That was good.
Anything else anyone wants to plug? Last chance. I think we plugged everybody's YouTube channels.
I think we're good.
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, my
too, man.
YouTube channel's dead, so I don't touch it. So
Yeah, but that's
Ah,
not
you
good.
coward.
Resurrection spell. Saul's gonna make you do it.
You need to
Mark.
follow Chance's Guide to YouTube's.
Yes.
Chance's Guide to
Oh.
YouTube videos.
Chance,
Yeah, right.
you need that channel.
That would be that is the end goal, I believe.
That should be
I
the
don't know.
first
I need I need 3 channels to. I don't know. I never really got YouTubers who talk about how to be a successful YouTuber when they have one successful channel that's all about how to be a successful
That's
YouTuber.
the point.
You know,
that is the most profitable YouTube channel out there. That's why people thrive on that and make millions of dollars.
Know.
And then some of them sell classes now about how to be a successful YouTuber. Here's a hint.
Yeah.
Do a YouTube channel about how to succeed on YouTube.
You know, you know what we need?
Scummy.
We need Chance's Guide to Resurrecting Cats. Like we have to see that within the next week or so, right? Like
Check out the Find Familiar video I did. It's already done.
Is it out?
Find Familiar, yeah, it was out like 5 months ago.
You need to do a version 2 now.
I really don't want.
It's like,
long
no.
spell. Man, I do like it though. Spells in general in 5e are just so well done. Except for Shape Water. Whoever invented Shape Water was I don't know what they did in
ice
there.
Sculpture, minus being cold.
It does way too much in my humble opinion, but it's worth it. Best cantrip in the game, bar none.
Nice. I love
Prestidigitation.
What's that?
That and Prestidigitation.
Oh no, Thaumaturgy's better than that.
Nah, neither of those hold a candle to Shape Water. I can literally drop a 5-foot cube of pure ice on anything. Like it's by raw, it's way too good for what it is.
Nice. So go check those out. And the Tyranny of Dragons will continue in 4 weeks. So game on, guys.
Woo.
Bye.